What's up, everybody? Welcome on into another live reaction here on youtube.com/Shaunosaurus Rex. My name is Sean. If you'd like to see more content like this, please scroll down, subscribe, ring that bell. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And let me know what you would like to see me live react to. I'm going to hide these Sony baseball games from you because this is all about ID at Xbox. Very excited about this. Hoping that we get some cool indie games, some smaller stuff that we learn about. Hopefully there's something, maybe there's some demos out today. I don't know. That's my hope. My hope is a couple of the games are like, hey, check this demo out now. I don't know why we don't get more demos on Xbox. I love the demo fests that they have been doing. I think they've been really fun and a lot of great games. I'm featuring two of the games currently on the channel that were in previous demo fests in What Lies in the Multiverse and Aztec Forgotten Gods. We've also had Scourgebringer on the channel. There's value to demos. All I want to see here is just some cool indie games. Give me 5 games to look forward to. That's it. Nice and easy. There you go. Bing, bang, boom. Wash your hands of the whole situation. We're watching this on the Twitch gaming channel, so hopefully it doesn't interrupt with any sort of ads or anything. Probably should have just subscribed, but I don't need that recurring bill. Let's see what they have here. I'll adjust the volume as need be. It is a little bit quiet. Oh.
What's good, and welcome everybody to the ID at Xbox showcase. I'm Andrea Renee from What's Good.
Hi, Andrea Renee.
Joined by Okadrian. What's good, man?
You know, there's no better place to be than right here with you talking
Look at
about
that.
video games.
I like his
Is exactly
Letterman jacket style.
I'm so excited
Thing?
to be back hosting.
Okadrian. That is a fantastic name.
At the Winter Gathering. Looking at a bunch of indie games back then, and now we have even more exclusive trailers, dev interviews, all kinds of stuff. On today's show, we're going to be celebrating, as Adrian said, indie Xbox games, and it's just going to be, I think, a really fun, jam-packed
It's a really quiet stream.
Yeah, and people are already in a good mood. You see down there, people in the chat are saying hello. They're saying woo. They're excited to be here. They want to see games, and honestly, that just.
I would like to see games. I'd like to. I'm here for games. What was the last ID at Xbox?
Absolutely.
How long was that? Let's see.
Look at that. Woo indie game hype the entire time. That's exactly what I want to see right there. And Twitch chat, just a reminder, we can see everything you're typing. So if you wouldn't type it to someone that you care about, don't type it here. But it's about indie games, so it's nothing but love the entire time. And hey, throughout the day, we'll be dropping exclusive new game trailers and let you know what games are coming to Game Pass. When?
Hey, Game
Tell you
Pass.
about a game dropping on Game Pass? It's a very good question, right? So we'll put a timer. Timer about, let's say, in 8 minutes or so. And then when we do that, we'll be revealing a surprise announcement, okay? Wow, it's already 7 minutes and 49 seconds. That's how quickly it happens, okay?
So specific.
Well, you know, we gotta make sure
That
everyone
means
knows
we
the
have to
live
stay
show.
on task. We don't want to be late for the timer. But chat, as Adrian
New
mentioned,
Game Pass
we
reveal.
love that
I'm
you
curious
guys
if it's
are
going to be.
involved here on Twitch Gaming.
Is
You
it
guys
Tunic?
say it all the time that you guys
I
are
think
getting
Tunic is the one that we're
on
going to
the
get.
show, so keep the comments
Tunic is a game that
coming.
it's coming out
We love to
today,
see them.
as this is
And,
being
we
recorded. Not exactly
apparently
sure
are
when
on
this
a
video is going to go up.
Yeah, we're gonna count down the entire time, and want to make sure that everyone knows.
I want to say it's going to be Tunic, because that game's supposed to be out
and
today.
you want to make sure everybody knows this is a co-streamable event. If you don't know what that means, it means doesn't matter if you're partner, affiliate, whatever you want to be. It means you can take the URL above. That's the Twitch Gaming URL. You can go in OBS. You can go in XSplit, open up a browser source, paste it there, and then add the co-streaming tag to your stream. And you can sit back and watch with your own channel and do everything we're doing right now with your own peeps.
Oh, cool.
Heck
I
yes,
didn't
and
realize
know
that was a
the
thing.
folks over at G4
Interesting.
TV
So when
mentioned
you
their post-game,
open
so
up
shout out to you guys.
OBS,
What's good?
you
But let's go ahead
hoping
and
they would
kick things
answer.
off, shall we? So throughout today's show, the ID at Xbox/Twitch Gaming Indie Game Showcase, as we mentioned, we will be airing new game trailers for the very first time.
Woo,
So
new game trailers,
so
hell
new,
yeah.
In fact, that even we haven't seen the trailers yet. So normally during rehearsal, they show us the trailers. Not this time. It's going to be all surprises for everybody. So share your reactions in the chat with us because we're excited to hear what you guys have to say. And we hope that you are ready because let's go ahead and start off with some new trailers.
Hey, we getting... Oh, all right.
Right now.
Video games. Woo! Video games. All right, what do we got? This game, it's on Xbox. All right, good to know.
I never meant for any of this to happen.
Why is it so quiet?
All this bloodshed,
Is that man alive?
all this chaos. Brother against brother. I feel like I'm trapped on a path I can't change. We used to be mercenaries. Then they called us criminals. So we became rebels. And now,
Oh, this trailer is so
a
quiet.
revolution.
What is happening?
We didn't start this war. But one way or another, we're gonna end it.
Oh. Weird. Is this... That is odd.
Whatever it takes to bring my people home. And no king, no friend, nothing will stop me.
Oh, all right. You've lost me. Okay, all right. I'm out. Tactical strategy game, no thank you. Oh my god, I don't want to fight that. Tamed Hellhound or whatever? Lost Eidolons?
I'm
Eidolons?
Emperor T-Pain. I'm going to teach you how to rule in Crusader Kings 3.
All
This is a
right.
game of choices and building strong, healthy relationships. I'm going to rewrite history just by being fair and just, making peace with my neighbors, no matter their religion or culture, letting my kids marry for love, educating the masses, and lowering taxes. It's going to be a utopia. So first, let me see. I'll just, oh, okay. Well, that's new. Okay, minor inconvenience. We're gonna keep moving forward and continue my dynasty's mission on peaceful shit.
People love this game. This is Crusader Kings 3. It's out on Game Pass next week, I want to
Just
say.
marry off all
Maybe
the
2
kids.
weeks.
Doesn't even matter if he's a troll. Just aim for very powerful and wealthy alliances. Nothing else matters. Third, find the shadiest limb in the land and have them start murdering all your neighbors. That's gonna trigger a succession crisis when all of them die. Imprison all the rebel families, hold them hostage if you had to. We're gonna take care of this one rebellion real quick, and then right back to peace. Promise. Fourth, we're gonna need mercenaries to replenish our army. That just means raising taxes temporarily. We need to protect our borders. Those neighbors are looking pretty sus. We can build that university after we take this one neighbor, and then we're good. Oh, shit. Take control of history on March 29th with Xbox Game Pass.
People are big fans of that game. Here it is. It's Tunic. Now, it has not been 7 minutes or 8 minutes, so I don't believe we're actually going to get this on Game Pass. But this game is out today. I played the demo. Wasn't wild about it. It's like a Zelda-esque kind of Soulsian sort of game. I really like the art style. This game has also been around for a very long time. Years and years and years. And it's finally out today. I will say this trailer is intriguing. I just know that I played it and wasn't wild about the demo. Oh, it is Game Pass. Hey, I was right. This isn't their announcement for it. Has it always been Game Pass? All right, hold on. I'm on my phone. I'm paying attention. I promise. Maybe that was the announcement.
Yeah.
Was that really 8 minutes?
Are you just stunned at how adorably cute Tunic is, or are you still chuckling that T-Pain raised taxes after he said he was going to keep taxes low in his utopia?
See, all the above. When my homie said raise taxes temporarily for the Holy Media Empire, and
Every politician says the same thing.
Ooh.
he's playing the game the right way. I'm sure his empire's going to do quite well.
I don't know if he's playing the game the right way.
Outstanding. It's been
Let's
outstanding
see.
for
Is
years
it
now, and the fact that
listed?
it's just, like, so close. It's no more just watching trailers and we get to play it. That's beyond great.
You know what? Since it's on Game Pass, I'm going to give Tunic a shot.
Finally out. It's out
I'm gonna
today,
give
and it's
Tunic a
coming to
shot.
Xbox Game Pass today as well, which is an incredible value. As we
That's a
mentioned at the top of the
great
show,
grab.
we talked
That's a
about
great
Game
get
Pass a
for
lot, and
Game
I saw
Pass.
a bunch of people in chat talking about how they love that Game Pass introduces them to games they might not have otherwise got to play, or maybe even
No
heard
results for
about.
Tunic.
And there's a bunch of those in the showcase today, so keep your eyes peeled. But
Hell
I
yeah.
do want to give T-Pain a shout out for that gold controller.
Honestly,
I'm like,
the-
when can I get one of those?
The Crusader Kings 3 trailer was very good as well. I just don't think that's my style of game. That seems like a game, and I tweeted about this a while ago, but that seems like a game that I would enjoy watching people play far more than actually playing myself. One of the people I follow on Twitter and on Twitch, they were really into it for a while, and they seem to just enjoy the hell out of themselves. So...
Absolutely.
All right,
what
Tunic.
did you think about the first trailer that we saw, last
UNIC.
Eidolons?
And I
looked
had to
really
type
good.
that
One of the
4
things that I
times.
loved
Please
about it is
stop.
that during one of those skirmishes, I saw the protagonist one-shot someone. Like, I was looking at the health bar and I was waiting to see it kind of chop down one by one. He swung once.
Okay, let's see. I can download it to my console.
I feel like a gamer
How?
god, and the opening
Series
cinematic
S.
style and the fighting reminded me of a game called
Install.
Lost Odyssey on the 360. Kime was his name, and the opening battle was the same way. Where you attack one enemy.
I don't
and
see
there's a
how
giant
big this
enemy
file
and
is.
fight. It looked outstanding.
That is a deep cut reference. I'm here for it. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, we got
perfect.
to keep this show moving. We've got
Please
a
do, yes.
jam-packed show today, and so we're going to go ahead and get our first guest on. You may know him as the director and writer of games that push the boundaries of interactive narratives. With Silent Hill Shattered Memories, he created a classic game that psychologically profiled its players, and in her story, he reinvented the detective genre for the YouTube generation. His new project, Immortality,
The YouTube generation? Is that what they're calling it?
Yet.
Gross.
But before we say hi to Sam Barlow, let's take a look at the trailer for Immortality.
Sam Barlow. That's a name that I recognize, but I don't. Likely mature. Likely gonna be... This is ridiculously low. Her story and telling lies. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Telling lies was not great. What is going on? You all right there, stream? What's happening?
Marissa Marcel.
Did we get it right?
What do we got going on here?
Give us a turn. It's not who you think he is.
Are we cutting? Is she okay?
An interactive movie trilogy? Ooh, Game Pass. Game Pass.
Now you can proposition me.
I have not seen that trailer. I've never heard of this game.
Sam, welcome to the show. Thanks so much for showing us your new trailer
Did
for
he work at,
Immortality. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm glad we just saw the trailer because I was totally thinking all about Tunic.
So I need that quick
I
reset.
know, right?
Remind me what I'm here to talk
The little
about.
fox is going to be on everybody's mind. I love that already in the chat. Root Boy Root says these graphics are so realistic, maybe not realizing the use of FMV. Do you find that maybe
No,
some
I
of the
think they know
newer
how to make a
generation
joke,
gamers don't really understand
Andrea.
what FMV is?
What?
Not a lot of games use it these days.
God damn it.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely a novelty value there. Like when I first, so Her Story was the kind of game where I got into this thing.
What is Her
and
Story?
That game came out of just being aware of how prevalent video was, right? Like when I grew up, if you wanted to watch a video, you had to go get a video cassette and stick it in some big heavy machine and play around with it. Now you're just watching video on your phone, sharing videos. Like it's as accessible as text or
Her Story on Steam.
So that
Award-winning
kind of was the
game
spark
from
for me,
Sam
was
Barlow.
thinking like, what do you do?
A
with
crime
people,
crime fiction game with with non-linear storytelling. Oh, so that seems like his gimmick
So it's
is,
kind of coming in it from
because even going off of Telling Lies and what we saw in that trailer
I love how you
is
mentioned that video
looking
show
at pieces of
ubiquitous
footage
because
and
I
then
think a
putting
lot of us
things
take for
together.
granted
Gotcha.
just how much
So I would
it's
assume
part
that
of our
that
daily
it's on the
lives.
App Store?
And I think that's what's so fascinating
Or is it
about
TV
what you do as a
series?
storyteller and the way that you craft your games and continue to push the envelope with the way that you use video. What can fans of yours and newcomers alike expect to find in the storytelling of Immortality?
So the idea here is to
It just
take
has to be
some of the stuff I've
easier
done before, so
to
I've
get
kind of been digging into this
to move
idea of
forward.
almost
I
kind of
played
measuring
Telling
the
Lies
idea
for I want to say like 4
It's
hours
how
and
do you tell
made
an interactive
little to
story,
no progress.
Which is as open as an open world game, which has as much kind of expressivity.
Telling
as
Lies.
those
I
kind of
played that game
games,
for
but in a very
5
different way.
hours.
So in my game,
And at a
you'll
certain
be
point, I really started to
utterly
just spin my
free to
wheels in it,
explore the story
and I
kind of
just
in any direction and sort of follow your own curiosity.
it's
And the way it
I don't
works
want to
here
follow
is,
my own
if you
curiosity.
can
Point me in a
imagine,
direction.
the scene
That's
in
the same
a
problem I
horror
have with
movie
Elden
thriller
Ring.
where someone
Oh,
goes
just
into
go
the
wander
library
around
and
for a
they're going
while.
through, like, the old microfiche cats,
Give me
go
give
through
me
the
a
archives and digging up
general objective and
old
let me get
stories and
distracted.
pieces, or watching
Sort of thing.
old cursed videotapes. That's kind of the vibe here. So we have Marissa Marcel, who is an actress who, in the late 60s, kind of starred in her first movie. And somehow she only ever films 3 movies, and none of those movies has ever made it out. So these are kind of these rare lost movies that no one has ever seen or heard of since. And no one knows what happened to Marissa Marcel. And so the player is going to go into the game and be digging through hours and hours of this archive of pieces of film and footage from these lost movies that we've discovered and put together. And so you're kind of investigating, watching these movies, putting together.
It sounds
the
like a
stories
game
of the
that I
movies
would just
themselves,
watch,
but also kind of
honestly.
digging into the behind the scenes and kind of figuring out what in fact happened to Marissa Marcel. So you have this really self-driven, kind of expressive way of interacting with the story. If you have
The more he talks
if
about it,
you
the
know
less
your
I
story
am
you're
interested in it.
you can kind of dig into that area. So these games tend to be very fun to play on a couch with your partner, where you're both having ideas and theories about what's going on, and you can kind of discuss them as and when you're playing. So with this one, it was really important to us to, from the start, think about the living room experience. Have this on Xbox. Have this be something that you can sit back and play together, and really dig into as well this cinematic texture. So my love of movies and of kind of 20th century classic filmmaking, this is also a very deep dive into how movies are made, who makes them, how do movies work. We really want players to, think about how movies work, think about what it is to watch a movie, and kind of give them the tools to do that.
I mean, you've pretty much summed up, I think, people's excitement about this game in a nutshell. It looks awesome. So
It's kinda
I see that
weird.
there's,
It
like,
actually,
3 individual
like-
components. Are players able to kind of jump around, or is it more of a crafted experience where you go at them one at a time?
So like I say, it's very free. I think with my last game, I was referencing a lot of open world games. It was kind of how I saw it. When you start up an open world game, you can go in any direction, north, south, east, west, and you might see a little something. I'm going to see a small building on a hill and want to go there. And here, it's the story content itself. So from the
Nope. Uh-oh. Oh,
the
my
very
internet.
limited amount of footage that's available
Please
to
stop.
you. And the beautiful mechanic that we have this time is, as you're watching a piece of footage, and everything you're watching is done through this interface which recalls like a classic moviola machine, right? When movies were made on film, when you're editing them, you have these big, loud, heavy machines and you're rewinding, moving through the footage, splicing it together. And we've tried to kind of recreate that using modern technology. And when you're watching a scene, if you see something that interests you, and this is kind of magical and I love it, you just pause the footage and click on that thing. So if you see a character and you see the face of a character you've not seen before, or a prop, so someone takes out a gun or a dagger and you're like, well, that's going places. Or maybe you're digging into the imagery in the movie. You're like, well, hey, I keep seeing pieces of fruit or a particular animal that clearly means something in this movie. You'll click on that, and then the code will, in real time, generate a match cut and cut to another piece of footage in which that item appears. So you're essentially assembling your own supercut of this movie, and using those visual elements, using characters, stories.
I don't know why he had to explain that so in depth. It's the same thing that they had in Telling Lies. It's not that.
So very quickly,
I'm so annoyed.
Individual curiosity and what you're responding to is what kind of drives you through this, and it becomes a very visual experience.
That sounds so awesome.
It was the same thing. Weirdly, if you go back and you watch that Telling Lies video, I forget that there's a mechanic where if you pull up the subtitles, you can click on specific words that are supposed to be important to the story, and then you can find more stuff that has that in it. You know what I mean? So it's not the most wild thing.
Of this year, so very soon. We're in the final stages. If they want to hear more, they can go to halfmermaid.co. Check us out on Twitter at halfmermaid, and we'll, as we get closer, start to peel back some of the layers. I think we've told people before that this is an investigative horror game, and the first question people ask me is like, in what way is this a horror? Like, what's the horror element? Where is the darkness? And maybe we'll start to peel back.
Probably because she got murdered or something. Can you please stop doing that? Can you just go? Is it because I'm trying to download something? I guess it's a good thing that's happening during the... Hold on. Hang on. Hold on. God damn it. That. Pause it. Are you trying to run an ad?
All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere because we've got more trailers, more gameplay, more ID at Xbox Showcase coming up next.
Wait, hold on. Do we actually have to sit through ads? Is there literally an ad? 3 minutes? What? All right. I guess... Oh, God, it's really not running well, huh? Can you stop doing that, please? Oh, it is. It's literally trying to run an ad. Okay, that explains it. All right, then. What are you doing? Why are you running ads during this? It's already an ad. It's already... Oh, my God. It's just an advertisement for a bunch of games. You don't need to run ads on top of it. That's so annoying. Well, I guess, you know what? I'll just pause the video, and when it comes back, we'll pick up where we left off, I guess. We'll be back with more ID at Xbox after this. By the way, they just really jumped back into this. This is just the middle of the conversation. So that's cool. Please stop running ads. What are you doing? What are you doing? This is the whole thing that you've promoted. You want people to stream it along with you, and you're going to just run ads?
Absolutely live on the internet right now. So we see your comments, Darth Mocha, and challenge you.
How many people are watching this, by the way? 9,000 people watching
Some of the trailers, obviously, are handcrafted. They're not being made up on the fly. Speaking of game trailers, our next game trailer is a cyber noir point-and-click adventure blending stunning retro design with innovative mechanics.
Oh, retro design,
yay. I'm already in. Choose your clients, travel around the world, and solve dangerous cases using real-world research. Yep. Let's take a look at Chinatown Detective Agency.
Oh, why does this sound familiar? Hey, Game Pass.
Amira Dharma from Singapore.
Why are all of these so quiet?
Hi. My name is Leonie Ko, and I play Amira in Chinatown Detective Agency.
Wow, look at that! A new face! You here for the free Wi-Fi?
I'm looking for a book.
Yes, I'm here for the free
looking
Wi-Fi.
for The Histories by Herodotus. From the get-go, I thought she was like femme fatale.
Shout out to her little plushie on the bed. Very cute.
Badass, Cool. What are you doing, Philip?
I'm done! I'm not going back!
Got him.
Could be a waste of my time. But maybe not.
Why did they put that line in? That murder was probably a waste of my time.
The game art is superb. The aesthetics really let me know what kind of character Amira was going to be. The vibe was like Pulp Fiction.
Why is she recording in such a
Sin
dark
City. That was
studio?
what I put into Amira.
We need to make sure that it's the golden hour. It's like, well, it doesn't matter because it's a vocals.
Tiger Lily. Is that a stage
I
name?
think that did that demotivational poster say achievement.
I hope you guys really enjoy Chinatown Detective Agency. Badass female Singaporean private investigator. I don't think it's been done before. I'm so.
You know what would be really cool? Extra cool? If you could just balance all of the audio in these trailers. So that everything's kind of, you know, the same. Wishlist now. Game Pass. I don't believe we got any sort of date on that, so. I like it. I like a detective game. Obviously, I love LA Noire.
I'm into it. Let's
to the point where I've completed that game 2 separate times for 100%. Platinum trophy, every trophy.
People in the chat were like, "Where are their eyes?" But you can obviously get a lot more detailed character facing art in the text boxes. So I like that they're kind of mixing old and new there.
I agree with you. And to prove this live, not pre-recorded, JPie3 said these point-and-click games are really good if you give them a chance. I agree. Games like this, you gotta just really sink your teeth in. I promise you'll like it. We have other games you might like too, because our next guest
profile
is the
picture
creator
of the
and director, by the way, of the upcoming 2D. And just hear me
It's
out.
Ralph Wiggum with like ripping his shirt open, but he's
I'm not
buff.
making it up. That's an actual
What?
thing, okay?
Oh
The
wow,
title is
that's
called
a cool
Curse
setup.
to
Actually, I
Golf.
like
It's been
the.
published by Thunderful.
I wonder if that's a real
So
CRT
for
that's
those who are
working,
wondering
or
what
if it's
that
a
kind of
picture that
mashup
he's
even
put in
looks
there.
like, well, good news.
Personally, if it were me,
Games
I'd
like
actually
this.
put like maybe a green screen piece and just cycle out different games.
Hi, I'm Liam Edwards, the director of Curse to Golf at Chuhai Labs. I'm the
Oh,
only one
Curse
that
to
made
Golf.
Curse to Golf.
All right.
That's factually incorrect.
In Curse to Golf.
All right.
Also, you die. Also, you die again. Also, you die
What?
over and over again.
Golf-like.
Hit the green and take on
Yes,
18
golf, well known
hours
for
of
death.
Golf purgatory in your attempt to escape to the land of the living. Take your time to line up the perfect shot or go out in a blaze of glory. Just be careful, as with each new hole comes new hazards, new dangers, and new friends. Luckily, you might have a few aces up your sleeve. These bizarre and world-bending cards add new dimensions and make your journey that much more rewarding. It is up to you to take on every hole, fight each boss, and find your way out of this mysterious golf purgatory once and for all.
It's a golf-like.
I'm Liam Edwards, and this is Curse to Golf.
Okay. All right. That was a good trailer. That was a fun trailer, and it was a short trailer. It was still really quiet for some reason. But that Curse to Golf.
Right now is Liam Edwards.
It's a thumbs up for me.
Welcome onto the show.
Looked good to me. Is this a microphone like attached to his
good,
chest?
Thank you. Who is that annoying man? I'm very sorry about that.
You know what could be annoying is the idea of a golf-like roguelike.
I love roguelites and mini golf, so Curse to Golf looks right at my alley. Oh, is it a roguelite?
What does that mean? Like, how do you? What is this?
Very hard to describe. On the surface level,
Okay.
it's a game that kind of pokes fun at the jokey, hellish nature that some people maybe think about golf. Combined with one of my sort of favorite genres out there, which is like roguelites. In this fun, weird physics-based kind of dungeon explorer. We have 18 holes, and they're all laid out like dungeons, and they have full of hazards for you to overcome. And you have to basically golf your way around. But on top of that, you have this card deck of all these different power-ups called ace cards, and you're able to bend them to your will to try and get through every single hole. If you survive all 18, you survive the game.
Oh,
Now,
this
some cool
actually
things
sounds
right
really
now is
awesome.
People are saying things like love the mashup
I'm very
concept,
excited about
and
this.
Rimney saying after Golf Story, I love these blends. So I gotta wonder, what inspiration did you have to make this kind of game? You said you
He's like, I'm a masochist and I like making people miserable.
Was there a particular moment
Who's
you were
calling
playing
me?
something you said, you know what this needs?
No
is
one
more
important.
challenge."
All right. Decline.
No,
GTFO.
It wasn't really started with golf, actually. It was thinking about roguelites. As a game designer, I think about genres a lot of the time, and that mashup is exactly right, which is how could I mash up some crazy weird things? And I thought about physics.
Can you
roguelite,
survive?
And then that kind of naturally just led to golf, which is something, a game I played as a kid, actually, and had quite a bit of knowledge about. It's not really something I delve into now,
What is happening?
but something I went through as a child and had to suffer through. So this is kind of almost like therapy for me, really, to be honest.
It's a nice way to go back and say, if I have this,
Oh, nice.
guess what, new generation, you've got to suffer too and share in my.
You're gonna
agony.
suffer with me. Yeah,
You know,
at this
Fair
point,
way.
though, you
All
are
right.
actually dead, so I don't know how much suffering there is after death, to be honest.
Oh, that animation's
I mean, if you're playing
fun.
golf, it can't be that dead.
Okay,
right?
so-
King Blade XX says, now I like this question.
Oh, is
right
there a
here.
time limit?
Does it
Like a
have
whole ass
bosses?
time limit?
It
Shit.
does indeed, actually. You might have sneaked a peek there at one of the bosses. They're not bosses in the traditional sense, because they're actually kind of supportive friends, but they're challenging you. They want to make sure that you are the pro that you say you are, because before you died,
plus
or,
4
you know,
shots.
inspired, as we say,
Okay.
you actually were a pro golfer. And the start of the game is you're about
Boy,
to
really,
win
that's a predicament, huh?
the largest golf tournament that possibly could exist. And you're about to become the greatest
Okay,
golfer
so we
of
got
all
some
time,
stuff
and
here.
as you
Time
swing that
stop.
Final shot,
There was like a
you're
plus
struck
1
with
shot in there somewhere.
So your travels through purgatory, golf purgatory, is to basically prove that you are the greatest golfer of all time and make
Oh,
it through the toughest
shit.
18 holes you possibly can. So yes, it is definitely.
Let this keep
definitely
rolling.
About golf, but kind of, I don't know, a bit of a strange one.
No, I like that. It's
Oh.
like Meet Joe
Uh-oh.
Black meets PGA Tour.
Oh,
we're all here
interesting.
for right
Okay.
now, so it's a
Grab.
good way to go about it.
What does that mean? A minus 1
Games
penalty?
like this that are so
That's
tough,
bad.
one of the things
I'm
I
not
worry
listening to
about
anything
and
they're saying.
wonder about,
I'm
and I personally love is the challenge
really
of the game,
interested in the
Engagement
gameplay stuff
challenge.
here.
So for you, someone who is
This
so
looks
well
great.
versed in this game, I have to wonder what's
So
the
does this-
challenge like? What
Go down the
makes it
hole.
hazardous
Go down the
along
hole.
way and
Go
what
down the hole.
benefits you?
Go down the hole.
It's funny
There
you
we
say
go.
that because that's something I ask
Whoop.
myself every single day as officially right now the world's best player of Curse to Golf.
Wow.
What we're aiming to do, roguelites is supposed to be
So
challenging.
I don't know,
and
where are you
in Curse to
going?
Golf, if
Do you know where you're
fail a hole,
going? Like where the hole
you
is?
have 5 shots to fail.
Oh,
So
it's down there. Okay, it's in the
traditional top
bottom.
5, but it's the input,
Gotcha.
which is-
Okay.
That's kind of your health. We have something called the par count.
Oh,
If you run out
interesting.
of shots on your par count,
So there's
you will
multiple.
round over. So it's up to you
God,
to
this
try and
is-
use these ace cards, try and get
this is
good
really
results. We have
awesome.
spin mechanics and
That water
everything
hazard
to
looks,
add some nice little platforming
terrifying.
to it as well. But if you do fail, then you return back to hole 1, back to the beginning.
Look out for the spider.
There's going to be a lot of cards and a lot of nice little.
Ooh,
boons
keep
and
going, keep
powers
going.
for you to
Yeah.
basically
Oh, okay.
stall
Just kidding.
that
Don't want to be in the
demise and
bunker.
try and ascend
However, you
as
should be able to
best
get the
as you can
TNT.
to the 18th hole.
I can't wait. Oh, he's
Really quick
yeah. They're
question.
getting low on shots
Are they
here.
randomly generated though?
Uh-oh.
They are not randomly generated. Unlike
Hey!
normal roguelites, golf didn't really suit the sort of, with golf shots, you want to hit like a variety, and we thought like random generation was not necessarily the way to go to get the best out of the courses. So we do have over 80 hand-designed holes, and then the
Oh,
way
okay, that's
the
good.
golf course
That's
actually
good.
works
That
is
was
it
what I was
random
worried about because
classes, and it
roguelites
uses
and
like a labyrinth
roguelites,
system
the
to
big
determine the
key
difficulty
to them is
of
the
the
fact
run.
that everything's
So
randomly generated.
even on your first run,
Golf doesn't
the
seem to suit
first
that,
time
and
you
I'm
jump
glad that
into
he
hole
addressed
1
that.
again, might not be the first hole again, and you might have an entirely different hole, and then it's up to you to try and put everything together that you've learned on previous runs
All right.
and tie it nicely
No.
together.
Well, wait. No, it was
Perfect.
almost.
We
They
got the
were,
gist
they
of it.
were
We
almost
got
at the
some
hole.
gameplay, everything you could possibly want. So where do we go to find out more information? How can we follow up on updates on this?
You can follow us on Twitter at @ChewHighLabs. We also, with our wonderful publisher Thunderful Games, they're posting a lot as well, so you can go to their
Oh,
website.
Thunderful Games, okay.
thunderfulgames.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at LiamBME because I tweet about this game all the time.
Look at that.
Like one of those terrible people who talks nothing about their own project.
No, that's the perfect kind of narcissism. Thank you so much, Liam Edwards, for
Exactly.
being here.
That's
Curse
not
to
what I
Golf,
wanted.
looking really
Thank you for
good.
having me.
CHUHAI.
Thank you.
UHAI.
That was fantastic. It looks really good. We know less talk, more games, and
See
listening, so we're going to do that
Wow.
for you. We're going to have another short break. When we come back, more ID, Xbox, and more games. So stay tuned.
Curse to Golf. Oh my god, really? 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 Why? I guess we'll be back in a minute.
The games look
Alright,
fantastic.
we're jumping back in here. We're in the middle of the conversation because they're just running an ad, which is so dumb. All of this is an ad.
That's an ongoing tale.
This is bad.
Fritz, who spoke 1 minute ago, said, and I quote, "So far, the interviews have been really fun and perfect amount of depth and detail." Andrea, that's us.
That's so kind, Kyle. Thank you so much for your
Wow.
lovely comment. Keep them coming.
The first interview wasn't great, and the second one I didn't listen to because I was so entranced with what was
Speaking of
happening
keeping things
as far as the
coming, we've
gameplay
got
is
more
concerned.
Exciting new trailers for you. So let's take a look at what's coming soon to Xbox.
Let's stop running ads for a show that is an ad, please. I don't need it. Oh yeah, hell yeah. A trailer is an advertisement. Stop running advertisements during advertisements. We'll be right back to this commercial after this commercial. I wonder if we'll get a date here. This was at the recent Sony event that I actually don't have a reaction up for because it wasn't all that great. But we didn't get a date for it. I doubt we would get a date because that was only a week or two ago. But it is possible that we get a release date here with maybe a Game Pass reveal. God, this looks awesome. Nope, just still spring 2022. We do get Game Pass, though. Don't know if that's been a thing that's been known, but Game Pass. Hell yeah. You know... I'll finish that thought here in a second.
Punk fantasy world with even stranger inhabitants.
Oh,
In the chaotic society they
look
live,
at this art style.
A martial artist forsaken by his master.
Oh, is this
chosen
it?
to live as a recluse. Your adventure starts when he wakes up and hears mysterious music, which guides him to the boy.
I love the way this looks.
Whose incredible powers have attracted the attention.
I can't hear anything because, again, the trailer audio is not balanced
Unable to
at
leave the
all.
boy to face the threat alone,
Why is this so quiet?
unaware that much larger forces are at play. Chased by the servants and mercenaries working for Gemini, you must use your fists and your mastery of various martial arts, which can be freely alternated between based on the enemies you face and your preferences. You learn new techniques and improve your attacks as you progress and build your own fighting style. One law reigns in Xenozoic, the ritual.
Xenozoic.
You can challenge enemies to this dice game before a fight begins to determine the rules of combat. The winner applies the effect of an artifact onto the opponent, which can include fighting in a cloud of fog or having a chain limit their movements.
What in the
Far from
world?
determining the winner or loser, these rule changes present an opportunity to be exploited if you win the ritual, or a challenge to be overcome if you lose.
Interesting. A dice game to determine rules inside of combat. I know I'm sure it's very difficult to hear, not just because I'm talking.
Strange characters, collect artifacts and items that can be used to craft weird objects that will aid your journey. And at night, Pseudo's dreams are so vivid that they take on a life of their own. You wake up with a distorted visage in a dreamlike Xenozoic, where new areas become accessible and dark creatures emerge.
Huh.
Inspired by surrealism and punk fantasy stories,
Punk fantasy and surrealism are listed as inspiration.
action adventure like you have never seen or experienced before.
November 2022. They're going to want to either bump that up or delay it into 2023 because November is when Starfield's supposed to come out. Hey, T-Pain's back.
Holiest of holies, Pope Almighty. And I want to announce that I'm officially
Pope Almighty. That's the third in the Bruce Almighty trilogy.
Kaboom. You see, it all began in the year 1066 when the Pope wouldn't let me excommunicate my wife. They said there wasn't enough evidence of adultery, but we all know the real reason is because her brother was high and mighty king of France. Mr. Goody Two-Shoes Catholic.
What's happening?
But then I remembered, I'm a freaking paragon of virtue. Look, I don't know why nobody's thought of this before, because it's friggin' brilliant. I'm a medieval genius. I got so much faith. I could just make my own religion where divorce is legal. Kaboom, problem solved. We'll call it, check me, Buddhism. Of course, that's allowed. That's definitely allowed. We should encourage
Witchcraft. The Buddhism schism.
It's gonna be a liberal and forward-thinking religion, a church for the people that's gonna benefit everybody. As the leader,
And what a weird angle those are at.
saying who I can divorce and or marry. Yeah. See, probably should have seen that coming. Good for them. Get it on Xbox Game Pass. Coming March 29th.
March 29th.
Buddhism. Let's go.
He's making all the right moves, making his own religion, allowing witchcraft, allowing adultery. He just knows how to play the game, it looks like.
I mean, I said on the break when we were watching these trailers, I was like, whatever
the break,
they
huh?
spent on T-Pain was worth it, because I'm loving these trailers. And I saw that in the chat, people are demanding a stream from T-Pain, so maybe we can get that.
Does he
once
not
the game is
stream?
finally out.
I thought he did.
Hey, Bryce99210 says, I'm a supporter of Buddhism. You know, you, me both. You, me both. But it wasn't just that. There were two other games right there, too. Andrew, what you think? Got a favorite?
So I really love the art style of Clash, Artifacts of Chaos. It's got a very cel-shaded look, and it's got a cute little companion. Who doesn't like a good companion NPC?
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. It looks really nice, and I like the first-person mode they show with the fisticuffs. Reminds me of a game called Breakdown on Xbox. Looks really good. I'm pumped for that.
think I've
but there's more games.
seen a trailer for that?
And our next game right here, ID at Xbox Showcase, is a perfect pick for anyone who
Trailer Breakdown, by the way, is an old Xbox game. I think it's in a demo disc somewhere.
2.5 years or so. You can't quite
But the
up
trailer's
that,
really
right?
weird
But
versus
the
like
team
the
at
cover
Iron
art, which
8-bit,
is very
shouts
odd.
to them.
Maybe I played
They
it.
were nice
I don't
guys sent
know.
along
Who
with
knows?
full
Well, do you play as much
build
garbage
of
as
the
I
game
do?
for us to demo live right here for the very first time. But before we get locked into a room together, let's take a look at Escape Academy.
What are you waiting for? A room full of memory gas is no place to relax.
Oh, look at that.
I knew I saw potential in you. Ah, there you are.
Oh, thank God. The timer stops when people are talking. Escape Academy.
What's up? It's not the first time my art's been torn to shreds. Greetings. Dishonesty has
Ooh, hacking the server. Oh, security breach. Was that Mr. Krabs? Again, this audio is so quiet. What is wrong with this? Online. Oh, cool. Okay. Game Pass. I have not been writing any of this stuff down. I think a lot of these games are coming to Game Pass. We've seen Crusader Kings 3 twice. I want to say that like Trek to Yomi.
All right, are you ready to do this? I feel like the entire
no, that was a Game Pass.
internet is going to judge our escape performance, so hopefully we don't disappoint.
Oh, are they playing the game?
Andrea, we are two of the smart people that I know, so I have no fear whatsoever.
Ah, thanks. I appreciate the vote of confidence. And
Hopefully
I also
there's going to be a
love
nice
how the
breakdown of
concept
this and what's
game
going
is that it's
to
supposed
and not
make you
going to Game
better
Pass.
at
I should have
escape
been
rooms 'cause it is,
taking
in
notes,
fact, an
but
academy. So maybe after this, we will be escape room masters.
Yeah, there was some context there too, but honestly, I just want to get into the game and I want to solve the puzzle because I feel like we're being judged and I will not be judged.
30
so
minutes.
For everybody watching,
So here's the good news.
Adrian is controlling the game, and I'm just here to help him solve the puzzles. But there is a multiplayer component. But I'm
by the way,
honest,
so we're getting a lot of
live
Game
streams
Pass
of Roblox
announcements
games, you
in
guys
this,
know that I
which is
sometimes have
nice,
trouble
which is
multitasking,
very
and
cool.
I get incredible
It would be
gamer
really
face.
nice if
And
PlayStation
because I
advertised their
wanted to focus
PlayStation
on
Now
puzzle
service
elements
the
of
way
game,
that that Xbox advertises their Game Pass stuff.
well.
Shadow Warrior 3 is on
promise to say
PlayStation
things
Now,
every now
which is a
and
game that
then,
you can
just probably
download
not most of the
just
time.
like an
So I'm
Xbox
relying
Game
on you to
Pass
carry
game
us
that
through
comes
this
out day and date.
conversation,
And I had no idea about it. It's like, throw it out there. PlayStation, throw it out there. Tell us about PlayStation Now. Why should I use your service? Now, granted, they're doing different things because Xbox is going to put all their first-party stuff on Game Pass Day 1. Sony's not doing that because they know that they can get a lot more money out of it because they're making first-party titles that are very prestigious and that a lot of people like and are getting, critically acclaimed time and time again. So I understand that aspect, but like, I don't really like PlayStation Now. Is a weird thing because it is a
okay. So lots of yellow things.
Something goes.
It's a service that was mostly streaming, but then they've added PS4 stuff, which allows you to download it.
I think
and it's kind of honestly kind of a mess, but it actually is kind of a cool service. And I might check it out because I do want to play a little. I want to at least try Shadow Warrior or Shadow Warrior 3.
More pressure based because of the escape room nature of it. So I think people who are good at
let's see what we have
puzzle
here.
Games like my friends
paint stained bananas
will probably be really good at this. Maybe I'll just have to call her up and be like, hey, can you help me?
Yeah, if you're watching, feel free to help us out and say whatever needs to be.
Open Sesame painting.
It's a painting, but the painting is out of order. It has arrows on it, so I'm guessing it's up to us to put it in the right order and figure out what direction things go.
All right, this seems like it's pretty easy. I believe in you. You can do this.
I believe in you. I like that. Yeah, go ahead, Adrian. Good luck to you, man. It looks like up, then right, then left. Is that right?
What?
I see. Well, I guess I don't know what you're looking at.
Did you guys not watch the trailer?
Screen,
you have to go shred this. This was literally in the trailer.
Up and put it out of order.
Oh, you're trying to line up the arrows, right?
Yeah, I want the painting to line up so the arrows go in order, starting from left to right. And I think
the
far most
press
right
OK.
strip
What
is
are you
the
doing?
far left
Press
strip,
OK.
So the first input would be up.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So in order to move the strips, you have to match the inputs?
Yeah. You gotta memorize that.
Interesting.
We'll come back to that.
Wait, what does that sign say?
Important.
How to draw good. Wait.
Yeah.
Bananas, cheese, wine. Wait, this is my grocery list.
Yeah. We have bananas, too. We got one of those.
Do we really need a gameplay demo of this, by the way?
I wonder.
No. It's an escape room.
It seems important.
People know what is happening.
I feel like we need to prioritize finding the cheese and wine because those are always on.
We're not going to have to sit here through for the whole 30 minutes, are we?
Caution, wet, invisible ink. Oh, maybe we need a UV light or something. Oh, look at this. It's a door that has colors, which means the colors have to go in a certain order.
Okay, and it's related to that.
That yellow mark was the mark that was on the ground.
Oh, you know what I bet it is?
Outside.
This right here goes by colors, right? So you can choose your color. This board right here has 4 items: banana, cheese, wine, and, well, wait. I'm guessing banana is painted blue, so the first input is blue, so we've got to find the cheese and wine to find the other order.
I did not think that that's the direction you were going with that, and I'm not sure that's correct, but you know what? It's a lead, and you got to try all the leads in these games.
I'm not sure that's correct, but...
You were correct with the UV light.
Hey, I wanted to call out. I see Level 1 Gamer in chat is saying, I've never been around for one of these events. Does this mean the announcements are over? No. We have more announcements, more interviews, more trailers coming. We just wanted to show you guys a little bit of gameplay of Escape Academy.
This is so annoying.
8-Bit and Coin Crew Games, which is...
This is so annoying. He was right the first time when he said that it's invisible UV ink. He was right there. It's going to create a path that's going to tell you which ones to go to the door. Oh my god.
Absolutely. Wine. Banana.
Also, there's more
One thing that goes
interviews.
here, according to the painting. The cheese. Gotta
Okay.
find the cheese.
Oh god.
Where do you find cheese?
You think it's in this room?
I feel like that's too easy. Oh, look at this. Arrow directions. I bet that's the puzzle.
Yes. Again, but you watch the.
Wouldn't surprise me if the cheese was in there. We have to get through there to find out. Or the cheese could be in the garbo.
I don't see anything for no cheese is not in the trash.
That's not where you'd put it?
I mean,
You found everything else in that room, so I would
That's
assume that it would be in there as well.
I gotta find cheese, Andrea.
You think it's in that locked closet? Or do you think it's outside?
Something's in there. I'm gonna go back outside because we haven't been out here in a minute. So, if I was cheese, where would I be?
Beastly Benno, that is the question. Okay. So we've got more. There is
The eyes
also a hint feature if we, want to use the hint for the sake of time.
I've been trying to
I feel
escape
like
my
the
room
internet
for
would never
years.
let us live it down. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's probably true, but
All these
we don't
faces
have
are
an
different.
infinite amount of time to solve any of this. We're probably not going to solve it. Which is probably for the best because we don't want to
I
show
really
you
hope we
all
don't have to
the
sit through another
puzzles,
20
right?
minutes of this.
Wait, what'd you find?
I like that.
This is very.
In fact, we're not going to solve this, so.
I'm just giving us an out, Adrian, okay?
I respect it. Look, this arrow thing right here is bothering me. Okay, it's got to be up. I got it. Up, down, right down. Up, down, right, down, left. I'm wrong?
I guess
What
so.
are you?
Let's use
What?
the hint feature.
Do you know how to open your inventory?
Yeah, right here. Oh, the cheese. I already have it. I already had the cheese, Andrea.
There it is. Paint-stained cheese.
Creating art's no picnic.
Paint-stained cheese, rather.
Oh, look at this. It's a number series.
Oh, okay. I
Now
see
you
what
have the
that
combination to the lock 139.
139.
Okay, now go look at the
Missing
lock.
Wait.
Turn to the right. Turn.
139.
Go over there. Right there.
Ah.
There it is.
Easy.
I have to say, I'm very impressed at the speed at which you are solving this.
I'm flabbergasted
There
right
it
now.
is.
Anti-invisible ink. Let's go. Oops.
Is that it? Is that it? Are we done?
The
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go.
suspense. Will Adrian keep playing the game, and I'm going to have to host the rest of the showcase by myself? Who could say?
And guess what? It probably
Many
reveals
thanks
the
to the team over
pathing.
at I Am 8-Bit
You were
for
right the
sending
first
over
time,
build for us
Adrian.
to
Come
check
on,
out, for
man.
you guys to take a look at here on the stream today. If you guys want to get updates on Escape Academy, please follow at I Am 8-Bit on Twitter, and we look forward to solving those puzzles later on this year. You did well, Adrian. I'm very impressed.
Oh, he's got a nice little record player back there.
It's okay. You can feel sorry about it later. But we do have a bit of good news, everybody. Tunic
Actually, I'm looking forward to playing that
is
game.
now
I like that there's
live
online
Xbox Game Pass,
online co-op.
And
The Beeb has been
playing live on their channel.
has mentioned
You can
several
check it
times
out
that
at
she would like to do an escape room, and
twitch.tv/.
now we don't have to pay to go to one. We could just do it in a video game. So that'll work out. You can watch our relationship crumble live on the internet instead of us just doing it privately.
Now download it today.
What?
Yeah, that's the good stuff. And if you want to get an idea of what it's like to play the game and to see a streamer's reactions to it, we're going to actually take a peek in on Ash Said Hi. And the good news is right now, she can't hear us. She can't see us. This is our own moment to peek in. Look at this moment.
It's so
Look at the
pretty.
concentration.
Well, look at that Nintendo
It really
sign.
is. This is
That is
like,
awesome.
We knew it was gorgeous, right, from watching all the trailers and gameplay, but there's no way she's not any further than 5, 10, 15 minutes into the game. This is the first thing you see. Are you kidding me?
I'm in.
I think I'll give Tunic a shot. Originally, Friday was going to be Aztec Part 2, but I think I will. I'll give this a whirl for an hour or two. Yeah, Game Pass game.
Love it.
Hell yeah.
If you guys want
That's
to
what
check
Game
out
Pass,
more
not
Tunic
not an
gameplay,
ad
head
necessarily.
on over to
My God.
twitch.tv/ashsethigh. Hit that follow button and check out their channel.
Here's just a random clip. I'm sure their stream's great. I'm sure they're
still
nice.
at a
I'm
loss
not
of words right now
trying to
because I
be
don't
me
get
a
what
rude
blew my
about
mind
them. I
is the
just
fact that
what a
Escape
dumb
Academy
part of the
has
game to
robbed me
show.
of my moral victory,
It
but
doesn't.
the
Oh
good
my
news
God.
is we're gonna have a
Some of the
break right
decisions they're
now
making
and
here
have a
don't make
moment
any
to
sense. Here's just a random bit of the game
and the
where
good news
nothing
is
is
we'll have
happening.
more games right
You're just
here,
walking.
ID Xbox, so stay tuned.
We'll be right back, I guess. This is so annoying. Please stop with the ad stuff. God. Nah, you know what? I guess during the ads I can vamp. Hey, Star Trek Picard. They're running like 8 Star Trek shows right now, and it's annoying. And the Halo series is coming out soon as well. So far, the showcase has been a little weird. There's been some good announcements. There's been a couple of good trailers, a lot of Game Pass stuff. That's fantastic. I just don't understand why we're getting ads during this. It doesn't make sense that it's running. They're running 2 to 3 minutes of commercial, like legitimate, actual commercials here. And I think that's really bad. Nothing disrupts the flow of a show like ads. And I think that like Sony and Nintendo have it done down to such a science where they just run stuff. This thing could be literally, I think this is like the fourth one. The show could already be 10 to 15 minutes or 10 to 12 minutes shorter if they just didn't run these ad breaks. We don't really need the gameplay demo of the escape room thing. I feel like that's the game that's the most like self-explanatory of any of the games that they've shown so far. It was weird. I feel like that game is going to be really frustrating for people to watch because when you're like making content or creating content, I think people get so focused in, locked in on like, oh, am I making good stuff? Am I, paying attention if you're streaming Twitch chat, blah, blah, blah. It's easier to miss things. And I think as you saw with me, getting kind of annoyed where it's like, no, why are you looking at it this way? It's like very clearly you had the right answer. You just moved past it because I feel like you're always trying to be entertaining and like engaging. And I feel like a lot of people sit there and go, oh, I've been quiet for 10 seconds. Everyone's lost their attention already. And it's like, no, that's fine. You don't have to talk the entire time. I bet some people would wish that I didn't talk the entire time. But that game looks really cool. I like the idea of it. And like I joked, don't have to go to an escape room. We can just do it, live on the internet. Haha. That's kind of a fun aspect of the teamwork sort of thing. So that one I'm looking forward to. We've had a lot of cool stuff. Hopefully there's a good breakdown somewhere. My camera doesn't want to focus on me.
Welcome back, everyone.
Whoopsie daisy, I hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. We'll see what they have here. We are, by the way, we're an hour into this.
Indie games that you've been looking forward to for
so hopefully there's not too much more.
It's been so
It's
long.
just such a slow
But
pace.
I digress. Are you ready to hit the slopes for some snowboarding action? I know
Hey.
this is the best transition. Stick with me, everybody. Shredders arrives tomorrow on Game Pass, and
It arrives tomorrow.
Has the latest
Interesting.
trailer. But first, a quick message from the devs behind Shredders. Take a look.
Interesting.
Yo, welcome to FoamPunch. We're
Wow.
super happy
Okay.
to game. This is,
All right.
almost the whole
Number one complaint has been the complete lack of any sort of audio balance.
bunch of boards and we scanned them in that booth there, our photography booth, and we're super stoked that we can finally ride those boards. And like, yeah, let's do it. Thank you for playing and have fun.
Yeah. FoamPunch. Snowboarding games have never really seemed to get the Maybe it's just because Tony Hawk has been so ubiquitous, but there's been a couple of attempts at like snowboarding franchises, including from Activision with Sean Palmer's Pro Snowboarder. We've seen 3 Amped games. For whatever reason, I feel like snowboarding just isn't as like interesting. Maybe it's because it's localized to one specific season, or you know, if you're in California, like you're probably not going to be doing a whole lot of snowboarding. Whereas skateboarding is a lot more like, hey, you can do this not necessarily year round, but there's a lot. I feel like there's a lot more times to skateboard than there is to snowboard. So we'll see what that is. I mean, it's on Game Pass. I probably won't worry about it too much.
Powder?
Some fresh darnar, bro. It's gonna be, the powder's gonna be fresh. It's that pow pow, bro.
Because you never forget your first concussion, ironically, and I got mine from snowboarding. It just brings
Oh,
memories
jeez.
back. It's just flood again.
That's a what a
You're saying you've
what a
had
turn.
multiple concussions?
If I did, I don't remember them right. I do remember snowboarding is a blast. We've come a long way from the likes of Cool Borders and 1980 snowboarding. It looks fantastic.
It's been raining
Absolutely.
like just
I
day in, day out
back
in
during
this
the winter
area.
gathering, and now that we're almost into spring, you know, going up to the slopes is probably not on my mind as much as going to the beach. But that's what's great about video games, is that you can transport yourself to anywhere at any time. And it seems like the chat seems pretty hyped for this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they've been waiting for this. I think in the top of the show, people were
Wow,
saying
there are
shredders,
so many.
shredders,
Oh, it's all just like,
shredders, and
oh my god,
shredders.
there's so
It's
many
here.
ID at
It
Xbox
looks
streams
really
on
good.
YouTube. I was curious just how long the
Absolutely.
last one
But up next,
was.
Derek Bradley, the game director on Flintlock, is going to be talking to Okadrian. But before we meet him, let's take a look at the trailer.
Okay, we got another interview here. This might be a thing that I might want to avoid in the future. Maybe just get the trailers and just react to the trailers and make my own one. This was my big worry going into it, was like, oh, what if this is long? What if this is a thing that's a large chunk of time? And it looks like that's what we've gotten. The thing is, the recent Nintendo showcase and the PlayStation showcase, I think we're both 30 minutes. We are double that, and I feel like we have about the same or fewer announcements in this. Oh god, that was actually fucking cool. It reminds me of Shaun of the Dead when he pulls the dart out of his head. Dogs can look up. The fuck are you? What in the fuck is happening? God, what a fucking sweet ass money shot this is. Who doesn't love a slow motion, a gun shot? Seeing all the mechanics working there. And then they cut to her face and it's like, oh, look at the way that the thing lights her. Alright, Game Pass for this one as well. 2022. Or you can follow them on TikTok. Alright.
That was Flintlock. I'm Okadrian. I'm joined by Derek Bradley, the game director of Flintlock. How you doing, homie? Welcome aboard.
I'm good. Yeah, thank you for having me.
You know, people in the chat are already very smart about this. I saw someone who said, hey, you know what? I loved Ashen. And that was their only comment, which means they know your history and they might have expectations. So in terms of how it correlates to this game, if you've played Ashen, are you going to have a familiarity with how this game can play?
I don't know what that
you
is.
know,
I bet I'll look
Ashen
it up
was
and I'll be like,
really,
oh yeah.
It was our first game at A44, so it's a massive thing.
Oh, yep, that's exactly what it is.
Certainly all
$40.
of that really hard-hitting combat, all of that kind of stuff. But this one is very much us taking that, expanding on
action
it. You
role-playing
kind of see the
game.
visual style in the trailer itself, and like how far we've pushed that. but that's expanded into every other part of the game. So
Huh, getting got pretty good reviews. Oh, by Ashen on
I
Xbox.
can't
Okay.
wait to see it either. Like, the thing is that intrigues me. One of the things that intrigues me the most is the fact
Is this
that
like a-
the game is called Flintlock. You're holding a flintlock, but I feel like it can't be that on the nose, right? Like, can you give us a sneak peek or an idea of what that title means, or the significance?
I have
of
to
the
scroll so
flintlock?
far back to submit my age to look at the gallery
yeah,
here.
absolutely. You know,
Is this like a
it's actually
side-scrolling
quite an
game? What's
interesting
happening
thing. We took like a fantasy world which would have had dark magic and the undead and all of those kinds of things.
Oh, open world
and we took
co-op
human
action
society
RPG.
To a tech level
Huh.
where Flintlock pistols.
I was
and
curious if
guns
that's
and
what
all
this
those
would
kinds
be
of
as
things
well. I have
had just
opened
been
so many
invented,
tabs.
And so I suppose the whole proposition is like, how would this play out? Now, how would something like Lord of the Rings play out if people had just invented, gunpowder, and they were able to blow
rid of
things
that.
up, and you
Rid of
could,
that.
where a wizard would be all powerful because they could throw a fireball at you. Well, now you could shoot a cannon back. It's really interesting, and like there's a lot of really fun stuff we can do with that. In relation to those kind of dark and terrible magics that also exist within the world.
You're bringing about all the dreams people want. I'm just picturing moments of Lord of the Rings where he's like, I would cut off your head, dwarf, if it stood, but and then Flintlock. And that's the easy conversation to have right there. So you're putting everything.
It's a pretty cool trailer. I don't really get a whole lot of I definitely get like a style or like
I want to pet the
art
dog.
direction,
Can you
but
pet
I
the
don't know
dog?
that I really get a
Dog
whole lot
bird,
of like
yes,
what
no.
it is.
Derek? Can we pet the dog?
But there was also a game recently announced.
It is a really good question, and something that we don't.
Something
really
about
like
a
to talk about,
Souls-like. Let me see if I can find it
feel
here.
like
It was in my YouTube subscription.
He's just got a lot of attitude,
Do-do-do.
and so
Hold
I
on.
think so, like when it comes down.
Now we're
to
getting a lot of the Tunic. All the Tunic stuff has gone
epitome of all that-
gone
all
up.
that dark magic,
Reviews, first 30 minutes of the game.
all that stuff.
Interesting.
That kind of the human technology opposes.
Where was it?
Just patting him might be a bit disrespectful to him. I'm not too sure. We're sort of still trying to work it out with him. He's got a bit of an ego, but we'll see if we can.
Oh, that's exactly actually what it is.
I suppose.
Ashen Devs announced new Souls-like Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. So I guess this is going to be a Souls-like sort of thing.
I think patting the dog
Which
is so important.
Again,
it really
don't.
is.
This trailer is cool
We
and
don't even know
definitely
if that
like
is a dog because
looks
it has
interesting.
dog-like features. Is that-
But I don't know
is
what
that
the
a
fuck the game
constant
is.
companion? Does it-
So
does it
therefore,
summon, or
it's
is
not a
it
good
the
trailer.
entire time?
It kind of goes back to the like
so
the
it's
Dying
all
Light
back
trailer.
with you, the whole time.
I think simultaneously the first Dying Light trailer is like the greatest and worst trailer that like video game trailer I've probably ever seen. It is incredible from like an art standpoint. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. That trailer is magnificent. But as far as like a video game trailer for like what the game is, absolutely useless. Absolutely useless, and set a really bad expectation for what.
Covered in feathers, and he's got horns as well.
Was it Dying
but
Light?
He's sort of like a
No,
fox-like
I'm
creature.
sorry. I'm
Overall,
sorry. Dead
yeah,
Island.
as
I
you go through
apologize.
the game,
It's
you
Dead
have to
Island.
figure out who he is.
Dead Island.
And
I'm
what his
sorry.
No, I love the magic.
It set such a bad expectation of what that game was going to be.
It's like a boss that has the
Dead Island, kind of a weird game.
kind of glimmers and
Weird series. They have 3 Dead Island games
what
if
kind
you
of art
include
style are
that
you
weird
looking to accomplish this time
spin-off
around compared to Ash?
that I can't remember what it's called,
Yeah,
but I have
it's a
almost
big
bought
jump
because
up
it's
for us,
backwards
and as I
compatible.
say, like, I mean, for every single part of the game,
the-
from, art style right through to
And I guess
characterization,
Dead
all
Island
that
2
kind
still
of
coming out.
stuff.
Anyway,
It's a massive
Dead Island,
step up.
original trailer,
For us,
amazing,
you know, it's
beautiful,
really just sympathetic
artistic,
to the
fantastic,
medium, like
loved
what we're
it,
trying to do
loved
at the
it,
moment. And
except for
with us
like
kind of
really
taking
bad
it to sort of
expectations.
this,
Because you think it's like, oh, here's just going to be this emotional journey. No, just kidding. It's just go slice zombies, and that literally has a song. Oh god, what is it? Fuck. What's the Dead Island song? I titled a video that was a reference to it.
and push as far as we can.
Oh, I'm gonna look it up, but I'm bummed.
Stuff. And the funny thing about a trailer too is you never know if the trailer is giving you a glimpse of what is or what is not possible. And
Who do you voodoo bitch? I didn't have to look it up. I thought of it as I was typing. Who do you voodoo bitch? That is the song that is in the trailer, or not in the trailer, but in that video game.
Probably represents what the game is going to end up like.
Yeah, I think that's something that we like sort of deeply believe in.
I think this
like,
is hitting
all
that
of the
too,
stuff
where it's
that you
kind of
see
like,
here
oh, this looks really
is
cool.
an engine, so,
What is
we
it?
essentially just
Don't
use
know what
the spaces
what you're
that we have in the game,
what's
use the
happening.
characters we have in the game, and pose them for the trailer. but it really is just, this is what it's going to look like. So yeah, very, very similar to Ashen in that regard.
Man, you gotta feel really good about that too, because people are they're saying positive things right now in the chat. They like the cinematics, they think it looks beautiful, and of course they want to find out if you can pet the fox bird doggo thing, which we'll find out in the future, as you pointed out, maybe sort of kinda. But if we want to follow updates on whether or not that's possible, where can we get more information?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you can find our website if you just search Flintlock or A44 Games. You'll be able to find us on Twitter. You'll be able to find us on our website. You'll be able to find us pretty much everywhere.
So there's
A44. You'll see us wherever you want to find
Games, and A24 is a film company. Cool.
Just Google us. You'll find us there. So thank you very much for that. Thank you for the information, and thank you for bringing us this wonderful cinematic trailer. It looks fantastic.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Derek.
Thank you.
Hey, that looked really good, right? And
I mean, it's two
everyone,
TVs
I
going
tried
on.
to get an answer, but
That's
that was
cool.
some really, really good navigation.
The other one's hard to see.
That
one's like a Cody style TV. Oh, it is a real. Oh wow, they're both playing stuff.
And Matthew
we got WCW on the left, and we got Fable. I want to say it's like the Lost Chapters,
Studios, which is the studio behind the viral hit Wacky Wizards and High Fidelity
but
Phenomenon.
that's really cool.
Rolling Thunder. Take it away, Andrea.
Oh, we're going right into another interview.
Welcome, Jansen and Mad. Welcome to the show, guys. How's it going?
Oh boy, at what point do I just cut and run here?
That's great. Real glad to be here. Yeah, we're excited.
So Splitting Point Studios has made quite a name for itself within the Roblox community for making all
Roblox
kinds of stuff. But the latest thing that people are talking about, of course, is Rolling Thunder. And this game that you guys created doesn't even look like it's inside Roblox. It's just bonkers. How long has it been in development?
Is it?
Yeah, we've been working on it for 6 months now, and yeah, it's just crazy. Like, we honestly kind of just started out as like a hobby project, and then we just it's just gone so far, and like the graphics are crazy cool for like streaming on demand, and yeah, it's real fun.
And you guys are no strangers to the Roblox community. You've been making content and doing content creation for quite some time now.
Oh God, what?
I would say very well known within the Roblox community. How have you guys really seen the journey, not only of what you have been doing as a studio, but really where the kind of UGC community has come? I mean, it feels like Roblox has just like skyrocketed in the last couple of years.
It has, yeah. It's gone insane. I mean, I've been on the platform for about 10
Roblox
years.
is so dumb.
So that's like, almost my entire memorable life since then. And yeah, it's gone from, basically being like a little sandbox, toolbox to, yeah, what we have today, which is, like so many projects people are making, the comments on them are, it doesn't look like Roblox. And
so this is in Roblox? Man, who cares?
It's like, it does look like Roblox.
Holy shit.
Just because of so many tools they're adding, and yeah, you can see like it's just every day
everything looks. You're like, oh man, look at this cool landscape, and then there's these stupid Roblox characters in it. And you're like, oh, just kidding. This looks fucking moronic.
Generation of game developers. I mean, obviously, tools like Unity and Unreal Engine are always going to be important, but it feels like the kind of toolbox that Roblox is handing to young creators feels so approachable.
Yeah, it also is very exploitive, Andrea, if we'd like to hit on that for a moment. If we can talk about how Roblox is making a lot of money off of content creators who are making shit for free. But we'll just ignore that for now. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Natural thing, like everyone, you start going from playing Roblox to developing in Roblox.
So when was that period for you? And do you find yourself not wanting to go back and play because you're doing just too much work? Do you ever just go in and just mess around for funsies?
Yeah. So I was 10 years ago. I think Jensen was a bit more recent, about 3 years ago or so. But I would say we still play heaps of Roblox games all the time. Yeah.
I mean, I think most people that make games and develop games are, game players primarily, and that's no different for us. So a lot of our inspiration is from, playing other people's projects and kind of being like, oh, what if we could do this as well? Or like, what if we changed it in this little way? And then, yeah, Roblox is a platform. Yeah, one of the main reasons we use it, because once you have that thought, it's a lot easier to kind of just jump in and
make that change.
In the video below, People Make Games,
so awesome
Quentin
that it
Smith
can kind of be
reveals
a collaborative
Roblox.
experience with your community. And speaking
Roblox's
of which,
shady
we
exchange
unfortunately
system,
don't have
which it
enough
claims
time
makes
to
it
keep talking
incredibly
about
hard for
Rolling
developers
Thunder,
to
though
make
I have
any
a
money
bazillion questions
or to make
about
money
it.
from the
But
platform.
people in the chat
200
wanna
million
keep up
monthly
with the
users in
development of what you
Roblox
guys are
encourages
working
young
on.
game
Where's the
developers
best
to
place
work
to find
incredibly
you guys?
hard with unreasonable
Yeah, you can just
expectations
follow
for
my Twitter,
success.
you know, shameless plug
Revolves
right there,
around
channel.
kids making
I'll be
games
Alex.
Roblox does
You
for
just
other
Google
kids
it
to
and
play.
it should come up, hopefully.
Its developers can monetize their games and are
This
paid
is-
in a
we're all
virtual
about the shameless
currency
plugs here
called
at the Idea
Robux.
at Xbox Showcase. So it's not
As,
shameless.
and this is a
plug away. Well,
thing
gentlemen,
called
thank you so much
People
for
Make
taking time
Games.
to chat with me about Rolling Thunder.
They
And
point
like you
out,
said, you can
in
go
getting
ahead
your
and follow
game
him at
noticed
Jandal and,
among the
enjoy the rest
millions
of
of
your day.
available on the platform is
thank you very
extremely
much.
difficult,
Cool, thank you.
but you can use Robux to bid for an ad
We
slot
have got
in an
more
auction.
show to come, but we have another quick break, so don't
Oh,
go
for
anywhere. More
God's sake.
surprise Game
Stop
Pass
it.
announcements are coming up.
Stop it. Oh my God. It's another 3-minute ad, by the way. 3-minute ad break, which actually gives me time to shit on Roblox some more here. If any Robux user wants to turn their Robux into real money, the minimum withdrawal amount is 100,000 Robux, which is around $1,000. This increases the chance of Roblox developer will not meet the cap to be paid. This increases the chances a Roblox developer will not hit the cap and plow the money back into Roblox. Why am I getting this garbage ad? Stop it. Meanwhile, creators cannot withdraw any Robux unless they first pay a Roblox monthly premium subscription. And as People Makes Games points out, Roblox buys Robux from users at a different rate than it sells them. 100,000 Robux gets you $350. That I'm not understanding. Which is worth around $1,000. Okay. The video also includes a remarkable interview. This is from Eurogamer.net, by the way. The video also includes a remarkable interview with an 11-year-old who tried and failed to make it as a Roblox developer. Quote, even though Roblox encourages you to make games, the likelihood of you making a successful game is basically zero, says the boy. Quote, you can always compete with people that have... I'm sorry. Let me try this other quote here. The boy says, quote, you always compete with people that have lots of money. User-generated content is a ripoff. It's a sham. And I know. But Sean, you're doing it right now. Yeah, I'm 32 years old. I'm 32, and I have a full-time job that I do. I'm not exploiting children to make money to create content. So fuck off. Fuck off. I do think it... Oops, I forgot that was an ad. I apologize. It is weird because it is very much like it's the same problem that you have on Twitch, on YouTube, on any social media platform. Getting into the algorithm, getting noticed, doing all this stuff is always really difficult. Again, I stress that I am a 32-year-old man who is choosing to do this, understanding that. Kids, I don't think, understand that. They had the one quote from like an 11-year-old, but how many are really trying, how many kids are really trying to build this stuff out and spending a lot of time in their platform, in the Roblox platform, talking about it. It's disingenuous and dangerous to not mention that as a host. So in that context, Andrea Renee failed in that interview.
Xbox Showcase.
Of course, I wasn't really listening.
Joined by Andrea Renee, and we have been putting on a clinic with some really good video games.
That is
You've been really slow at dripping them out, though.
I do see you in chat trying to defend your performance in Escape Academy, and don't worry, it's okay. We all believe that you would have solved the
Also,
puzzle
shout out to his
in
microphone.
just 2 more minutes.
I kid you not. I've been dwelling on this for like 20 minutes. Like, it has not left my mind. I've been sitting here stewing in the background like, but if I had 2 more minutes and we're going live, are we? Because I want to play some more. So thank you for acknowledging that.
See, this is what happens when you let him play a game.
I honestly thought the showcase wasn't going to hit, but so far it surpassed expectations. Sounds like your expectations were lower. I don't know why you're...
Is the chunk of new trailers we've got for you
'Kay.
guys. Let's take a look at what's coming to Xbox soon.
Whitethorn Games original. People are really in on that like original label. You see it a lot with the ABC, CBS, NBC, even like History Channel. Ubisoft is doing it. Like a lot of people are like, we want you to know we made this. We didn't license this out. This is us. The ABC Studios original comedy. It's like, okay. Because I think now more than ever, brand recognition and brand loyalty is more important than it has ever been. So for you to say, oh, a Ubisoft original, you go, oh, I've liked 3 Ubisoft games. I guess it would be what film studios have done for years and years and years. You'd be like, oh, it's A24, and you go, I like A24. They put out good stuff. Boy, this really took a turn, huh? I think they spent all their budget money on the animation, the 2D animation, because this in-game stuff does not look good. What's that watermelon thing? White. Oh, is that whale tail? Whale tall. Whale. What? Is that Whitefall? What the hell is that called? What the hell is the name of that game? I don't even know if it's a Game Pass game because I couldn't read the fucking title. Explore the Void. Build and customize your train. Isn't this just unrailed? That was a cool shot. This ship, Void Train, coming to, oh, looks like Series S/X exclusive. Thank God I have one of those bad boys. I have a Series S. Void Train, that looked cool. The longer that trailer played, I was like, this actually is very interesting.
No light gameplay, along with a couple of unseen locations. Hope you'll enjoy what we prepared for you. Now, we are located at Frontier. Pilgrims from all Underworld gather there to take their path to Messiah, their savior. But Solar Core kill any heretic they can catch.
Oh my God. Jesus fuck.
We took a secret path through caves to reach the Pilgrims' camp. Along the hero's way, he will meet many people and creatures who need his support. Help or not is your choice, which will affect the hero's karma. Karma will be needed in future, so be mindful of your choices and decisions. First Pilgrims Camp. Here, you can gather some information about Messiah, Pilgrims, and the Lighthouse of Hope. Some people can give you subquests with great rewards, so don't miss them. Here they are. Cannibals. They may look funny and stupid, but bloodlust made them very dangerous and aggressive.
Oh my God, that was a fucking awesome animation. I like what's going on here.
Here, you can see Karma Door, which can be used as a shortcut. For using these doors, the hero pays with his karma.
There's that cool animation again. Okay, I get it.
Cannibals have strange architecture.
I like that when they die, they have a little purple thing that like floats out from them. That's like, hey, they're dead. Just in case, because if you slice somebody, you go, okay, are they dead? You kind of can see that out of the corner of your eye if you're going up to another set of characters. Good confirmation. Oh, look at that color. I like what I'm seeing from this game. This trailer could be a little shorter. I mean, I guess you have a health bar at the bottom. So I don't know. I see it and I like it. I say that's visually appealing.
Pilgrims believe that to clean your soul, you should look into holy water and reject any evil within you. I think our hero has many secrets because his evil side is tough as hell.
Oh, interesting.
There Is No Light is coming out this year.
Okay. All right. Not on Game Pass, surprisingly.
Man, the Twitch chat comments for There Is No Light were hilarious. The cannibals living on top of each other. The
Nope. Uh-oh. You trying to run an ad? You all right? Twitch, you okay?
The grunts, I love it.
I like that impression of the I got pumped. I got called out.
Sounded like.
They knew I would like Void Train, and I do like Void Train. It's trains
Hell yeah.
meets
Void Train look cool.
Half-Life. If Half-Life was about existential dread in the void, it looks great.
I like that Grunamania in chat said they thought it looked like Polar Express.
Nope. Twitch, you all right? You trying to run an ad? You trying to run some ads here? You a little confused about what's happening? How do I stream video?
And Snowpiercer got into a fight.
Yeah, that's about what it comes down to.
Battle of the Trains.
Oh, okay.
All of you
But you
love video
expressed
games.
some very intriguing sounds during the Whalefall trailer.
You know,
it's called Whalefall. It is a terrible logo. That is, I thought it said Whale Tail. I am dumb.
But there was this juxtaposition, right, of the anime style and then origami style artwork for the game. So that's what
it looked really bad.
The
anime style, the animation, fine.
Yeah, it
animation,
like the
whatever.
cutscenes
The
and some
in-game
of the,
stuff was really bad. With like, at one point they like hit a character, and the number that popped above their head was the most basic font that like I've ever seen. It's really bad.
No, but we do see a lot of games, and we're going to see even more, including this next game, which I am extremely biased towards, right? We're going to meet the devs and stars behind a little game called WrestleQuest. Now, WrestleQuest is the only game that allows you to power.
No idea what you're talking about. I love when people say that about things that are like very clearly like an indie level of. There's just so many games. There's no way everyone can keep track of everything. They're like, oh, you're gonna know this one, WrestleQuest, and it's like, what? What are you talking about? What's happening? No one's ever heard of this little indie game. It's interesting because it's the inverse. People will be like, oh, no one's ever heard of this indie. Oh, there's an elephant. All right, I'm in. 100% in. No one's ever heard of this indie game called Grand Theft Auto 5. Everyone's heard of this mega powerful whatever game this is. Are they like little toys? New party member? That's an elephant, right? You know, a little shark? Burrito body slam? Is there some timing-based stuff here? Okay. Kind of that Paper Mario style turn-based stuff. It's called The Brother.
Ah, man, this is my favorite time of the day. I've been
Booker
waiting.
T.
I'm gonna try to do this as professionally as possible.
Jeff
Welcome
Jarrett.
The founder of Mega Cat Studios. James is with us. We got the last outlaw, Double J. Jeff Jarrett is here. And of
Is he
course,
Shucky
my man,
Ducky?
Mr. Five-time himself, Booker T. Thank you all for joining me for this.
Thanks, Adrian. Hyped to be here.
Thank you.
What's up?
Yeah,
Oh my God, Jeff Jarrett.
I heard the Adrian
What
was
is
up in the background. Good
what
looking
is
out. Of
happening?
course, first things first. Big shout outs to Queen Charmel.
He's like he's never used a microphone before.
Yeah, you know what it is.
I mean, I get it. The internet's hard. I fucking knocked everything over here. God damn it.
So yes, beautiful, beautiful team.
Yes, sir.
You'll never
happy
guess
to
what I
have you
did.
all
I
here
put
today. James, wanna start with you.
a stack
Hey,
of
you know
crap
what? Maybe you haven't held any championships
together, all
finals,
dumb.
but with this
Put a
game
thing
right
of
here, I think
pins
you
right
got
in the
a
middle,
championship
so it
on the
wasn't
way.
flat.
Tell me what we're looking at right now.
Knocked
What
it
is
over.
this?
You know, I want to add.
We're looking
that
at a
I'm,
video game, Adrian.
Definitely starting out WrestleQuest here from a fan perspective.
Cool.
Like this is a multi-year, 3-year project where our team is just so excited about. Although I've never wrestled, I have powerbombed my children to sleep, and I often wrestle my team members at the office. So
Jeez.
we have insurance for it. It's all good, and it's major.
You have insurance for power bombing your children?
You know, so WrestleQuest is the world's first wrestling RPG. It's very much inspired by nostalgia from the ground up. It's the art style, it's the IP.
A live gameplay demo? That's cool.
If I describe WrestleQuest really broadly, it's Toy Story with Lord of the Rings storytelling through the lens of a wrestling universe. So everything here is wrestling. There's no kayfabe. Wrestling's always on, and wrestling is life. So it's very much packed in.
So are the character models supposed to be like action figures? Because in the trailer you could definitely see like screws in the like in the shoulders.
Chance to work with like Jeff and Booker.
Yeah, we got some live gameplay right here. And Booker, I'll start with you. I remember we spoke earlier, and you mentioned that you were a gamer. We were talking about how in video games, it's always the pageantry and the entrances, and can you brain buster off the top rope? But finally, we have a game that talks about the story element of wrestling. Can you tell me what that means to you?
What does that mean?
Yeah, that's the part of wrestling that's near and dear to my heart. I always talk about the Shakespeare, and the Romeo and Juliet, the Phantom of the Opera, the Encore.
He has a microphone? I don't think it's working.
Tell a great story.
I think it's picking up off his microphone. There's no way he sounds that hollow.
The pinnacle of the professional wrestler trying to get to that point to a game like this, the fans actually have a chance to actually feel what it's like to be inside of the game.
That's a big shout out to that. And Double J, of course, you know all about wrestling and storytelling and what it's like to reinvent. So can you talk to me about the process that you were looking forward to as well in this game?
Everybody's favorite part of wrestling, reading.
Coming from a wrestling family, I'm a third generation
my God. This is the worst sounding interview I've ever heard.
Of it
we're all about an emotional connection through storytelling. And if you want to go back to the, the 80s with Macho Man or Andre or the 90s, all through the generations, it's
Shout
all
out to
about
Andre the Giant.
Emotionally,
Shout
you
out.
can have the greatest move set in the world, which is very, very important. But at the end of the day, you've got to have the characters, you got to have the persona, and you have to tell the story. And James and his team at Mega Cat have blown me away since day one.
Is that like a Lego? Man, it's a green elephant.
They've sort of dialed into is the art of the storytelling, and WrestleQuest is certainly going to do that.
I'm happy you brought that up too. And James, to kick it off to you, I want to say first off, thank you for including
I want the elephant.
Storytellers, my favorite wrestlers of all time, Jake the Snake Roberts. I remember when I was a kid, his beef with Macho Man and the whole Earthquake sitting on Damien storylines. When I saw those as a kid, I legit thought they hated each other. I thought Earthquake killed Damien. I thought Jake was blind in one eye for WrestleMania 7. Like, I was involved in all that. So for you to include this kind of stuff in the game, that's big props.
Yeah, man, it's been so much fun to work on, and the game very much is just layer after layer of like our dreams of what.
Yeah, see, look at the character on the right. Looks like he has screws in his elbows and knees, with the red and the green.
That era of wrestling, and I'm in Pittsburgh.
Oh shit, he has the green Halo Xbox. Looks like he has the Halo 360 as well.
Wrestling and the Steelers here, but it's the truth at the office.
Wild.
It's like it's something that we've just poured out.
God, imagine trying to I'd like to play a game on the GameCube, and it's like, oh, that's input 7, HDMI switcher number 4, input 3.
His entire life is inspired by 80s wrestling, so he's sitting in the living room like many of us, about 3 to 5 feet away, because it's an old CRT, and he just glued in. And that eventually is what inspires him to follow in the footsteps of these heroes through indie promotions and trying and pushing and all the character development of, getting found, putting your reps in, tapping into the kind of tribalism and mentorship of like senior wrestlers pulling you under their wing and working through the character development through trials and tribulations of making a name in a world that's full of other people competing at the highest level. So it definitely has a lot of playfulness on the aesthetics for nostalgia, but the storytelling we think is just packed full with something fairly representative of what we think fantasy and the intersection of autobiographical wrestling storytelling is about.
You're looking out for that.
Oh, okay. So there's like a.
Sorry, Adrian. I
Interesting.
want to add one more thing. So you can,
Sure,
you can
sure.
probably tell that
Dog.
Muchacho Man is like heavily inspired by Macho Man.
Heavily inspired. Are you? What a fucking nice way to put that. Heavily inspired. I created this character named Napoleon Dynamite. Heavily inspired by Napoleon Dynamite.
Independent wrestlers.
It's the same thing.
Legendary wrestlers that take part in this universe as heroes that entire cities are dedicated to. So the way that we're actually working with the most legendary wrestlers is each one is a Statue of Liberty style of monument where wrestling towns are founded upon their legacy. Same thing for Booker and Shermel. Jeff, of course, has an amazing town. Tells you all about the history of guitars and wrestling, and then third generation promoter lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's very much like a immersive storytelling experience where when you're working through these angles, and I think this is really going to be fun for wrestling fans. Upon completing objectives and quests dedicated to these critical paths in these legendary cities, you have an opportunity to either unlock them as managers, unlock exclusive story cinematics, or unlock pieces of gear and equipment that kind of inform how your characters are built out and how that progression takes place. So I just wanted to glue that high-level concept together because I think that's usually the first question wrestling fans ask when we have shown them the game privately.
No, I respect that, and it makes a lot of sense. And you mentioned to Double J, so I'll go to you first. Do you have a favorite wrestling town that you speak to in this game or just in general?
You know what? Here's the thing.
Booker T
I'm watching the chat
currently
coming in.
taking notes on who's asked to beat after this interview's over.
It's really cool. But the thing that has attracted me to the entire WrestleQuest, no matter what town it may be, is, and Booker probably can relate to this, whether it's an action figure or a video game or whatever it may be through the years, authenticity is it.
Oh my god, that's not the question he asked. These interviews are, oh my god. That's a great question. It's a genuinely good question. And this one is, it's authenticity. Shut up.
And so that's
useless.
Top of the list for me is no matter what town. And look, me and Booker both have podcasts, and you'll see a little buzz in there of Conrad Thompson, my partner. But
What are you on about? Will someone shut him up? He is not saying anything fucking useful at all.
Authentic, or does it resonate? And that's what WrestleQuest does. It really resonates with the audience.
It's like he has a list of marketing points in front of him, and he's like, "Oh, I haven't talked about this for 10 seconds."
Long after everyone stops wrestling, there's always the legacy that carries on.
The dog's laying down.
The ability to go back and recreate moments to create your own storyline. So it's got to be impactful for you to see that, right?
Of course. I mean, you guys couldn't have hit the nail on the head better with someone like Savage. Savage, Steamboat, WrestleMania 3. Not just WrestleMania 3 in that match, but the leading up to that match. When Steamboat got the larynx crushed. Yeah. To be able to create your own stories and relive that story.
I like that he's moving the microphone like he's actually talking into it. There's no way that this man he has like the arm thing, the nice like XLR cord.
100% agree with that.
He knows what he's doing. He just missed a button today, I guess.
You're taking the story element into a game like this. Look, I love grappling. I love creating my own interest, my own character. But I fell in love with everything. I remember, again, WrestleMania 7, seeing Macho Man do the elbow drop like 5 times. Warrior gets up, speaks to the heavens, wins. I'm thinking, oh my God, my heart's broken. And then he reunites with Sherry. Like, to me, I saw people in the audience crying. My mom was crying. I didn't even understand love.
Look at you, man.
I love wrestling, man. I didn't even understand love, and I was crying. I'm like, I'm emotional. I don't know why. So, James, how do you put that into a game like this? How do you capture all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, first I just want to jump in and say that 30% of our time working on WrestleQuest is crying, and the other 30% is just marking out. Because
this is
like
so bad.
On our group introduction to WrestleQuest, and we're so excited to premiere it. Getting excited whenever I hear Booker and Jeff talking about the game we made. Like it's truly a dream come true for the studio, and it's just packed full of every little piece of what we love about wrestling. And the storytelling side, that's really what it's all about with RPGs. It's gripping the characters. There's over 10 playable characters for party building. There's a number of ancillary pickup characters that all have their own unique hooks and character.
How many elephants?
We play WrestleQuest.
Can I have a team of elephants?
Again, you could still find unique ways.
The trunk stompers.
Unwrap this universe.
I'll workshop it. We'll come up with a better name.
Literally hundreds of quests and side quests that help demonstrate all these different pieces that we've picked up. Working with some of these legendary.
Oh my God!
The last 3 years.
We don't need this many interviews with this many people.
Podcasters, it's the stories.
Jeff Jarrett is the worst interview I've ever seen. What is he talking about? That's a dramatic way of saying it. His answers have been nonsensical.
Just key to main gameplay.
They don't make sense to the question that's being asked. What's your favorite town to wrestle in? I really love the authenticity of the video game. Did you guys play Fable 2? It was pretty good.
You tell me shut up, Adrian, wrap it up. So I want to say right now, really quickly, each of you, where can we find you and find more information about you?
No, we don't need any more information. You already know who Booker T and Jeff Jarrett are. If you're not following them, you probably weren't going to in the first place.
On Twitter and Instagram, Booker T 5X. Now, can you dig that, sucker?
Double J?
How do I follow that? Adrian Chucky Duck. But mine's simple. At Real Jeff Jarrett.
At Real Jeff Jarrett.
Instagram and Facebook. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. At Real Jeff Jarrett. My World drops every Tuesday at 6 a.m.
Stop it.
And James.
If you want to get into the ring and you want to get close with WrestleQuest, it's at Megacat Studios and at Skybound Games.
I appreciate it, gentlemen.
There's a second dog. Hidden dog, mystery dog over on the left. Mystery dog.
Thank you for everything that you do. And Double J, you can slam the acoustic guitar on my head whenever you want to, bro. So thank all of you for being here.
I got one specially for you, Adrian. I promise.
Good look at that.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
This was an amazing experience, everyone. As you can tell, I'm geeked right now. I love professional wrestling. But I've got to shut up because this is not my show and it's not all about wrestling. It's about Idea Xbox Showcase, which is why Andrew Renee is going to connect with the lead game designer behind the upcoming title, Floppy Night. So before the devs join, though, we have a trailer. So let's take a look at that.
Got a little what? I don't know, a little card battling kind of thing. Man, there's cool announcements buried in here somewhere. If you're enjoying the video, be sure to subscribe, like, whatever. If not, hey, I get it. I don't even enjoy this. There's been some cool announcements. The train game was really cool. What I want is just like a breakdown here, which I'm sure won't post until after. Oh, soon to Xbox Game Pass. All right. That looks like it. That looks like a. Oh, is that a frog? That looks like a solid Game Pass edition. Looks like a game that is very much like a, hey, I will try that out for a block, 2-hour block, hour and a half block, whatever, and then, you know, kind of go from there. I like the art style. I just don't know if I love strategy stuff. Of course, I did lean back in my chair, so I don't know. This whole thing's a fucking mess.
Perfect. Are you sweating right now? Are you feeling confident about where you guys are at?
Oh yeah, I'm sweating bullets, but it's good. You know, we've been working on this game for a pretty long time. We started development on it in January 2019. We've been working on it. It's been a passion project ever since for us. So we're excited. Excited for its upcoming release.
Or Whalefall. Boy, I can't read that title. I don't know why I can't read that title. Void Train. Void Train was one that I really liked the more that trailer played. It's only a minute long, and it was like, oh, this actually looks kind of cool. I like that there's an aspect of what might be some co-op stuff. That's pretty cool.
Experience this, and a lot of people can come into it without being, you know, scared of how complicated it's going to be. So we try to gear towards
when is Everything Everywhere All at Once? When is that coming out? Where are show times for that so I can go to it as soon as possible? As soon as possible. I need to see that movie.
It does feel like sometimes when you get into the weeds of tactics games, it does feel a little bit unapproachable. And
Tunic getting some good reviews here.
Alone kind of opens the door for people to be like, hey,
Tunic is an unapologetically challenging action-adventure game that is charming, multi-layered, and immensely rewarding to solve. Got a 9 on IGN. I did see that Kind of Funny posted the first 30 minutes of it. Tunic getting a good review from Kind of Funny, so that's good. Oh, somebody's playing.
It has a lot of intricacies because we're dealing with tactical gameplay. You want to plan ahead.
Okay, tactical gameplay. All right.
Cards.
Okay,
so
here we go. Pay attention. Pay attention.
Like you can do
Look at this.
Cool every turn, and we've spent hours and hours and hours making sure that that's possible. So I promise you'll be able to get into it just fine.
Oh, it looks like you've got a teammate in the chat that says, Christian, your haircut looks great.
Thank you. I got it just for this.
New Game Pass reveal. 7 minutes.
I love it. I love it. So what?
There's no need for this to be this long.
To go in this direction for this gameplay? Is it because obviously Rose City Games kind of has a really diverse set of games in you guys' portfolio?
Oh, sorry.
Was this something that the team had just
I had a really bad
to do?
bout of hiccups yesterday.
Director Marlo Doby, she also worked on Dicey Dungeons, was pitching around with our studio founder, Will Lewis, right? And they were talking to each other, and they said, "What if we did Advance Wars with cards?" And they passed that to me, and I was like, "What if you did Advance Wars with cards? What does that even look like?" So we took that concept, and I buried myself in a conference room, and I wrote on a whiteboard for a couple hours. And we made a paper prototype, which ended up being this thing. So it's a lot of, you know, what if we took the games that we grew up on? She grew up on Advance Wars. I grew up on Final Fantasy Tactics, and made it, you know, just a little bit different. Maybe we twisted it with a new genre. And we try to do that a lot with our games, right? World Next Door was, you know, match 3 and puzzle solving with sort of a dating sim thing. So a lot of our games are, what if we took...
Oh, interesting. Okay, so it has kind of like the card battling system in like in Ooblets. So it's like you got 2 batteries, moves with... Okay, okay.
And experiment and kind of, you know, see what works. Did you guys find that when you were, you know, doing the, you know, pre-production of this game after you did your, you know, you papered it, that
this is kind of neat.
You found some things that you're like, hey, you know, in theory this feels like it could work well, but in practicality it's kind of doo-doo?
Yes, that's just part of games, right? So a lot of the stuff that I try to do as a designer is make it so that games do things only games can do, right? When we started the game, there's a lot of like hard rules, like only units can only do this and can't make cards out of this. And as we kept playing the game and we were doing more play tests, folks were telling us like, hey, this part's really fun. Wouldn't it be cool if when you played a card, the card got better the more times you played it? And you know, going back to our rules, like, oh no, we can't do that. That's not in the design doc. But you know, playing it over and over, we're like, actually, that's a really great idea. Let's do that instead. Let's do things. You know, let's make a game that does game stuff. And we take the good ideas, we harvest them all into finding the fun, right? Which is the really lame way of saying that.
Oh, I don't think it's lame at all. I think that's why we all love video games, right? It's all about having a great time and, you know, connecting with other people about it. So for this game, would you say that it's a game that people are going to have a kind of crafted experience with, or is there kind of some room to kind of have a little bit more of a custom experience as a player?
Oh yeah, there's going to be a lot of room for flexibility. So there's multiple deck types, right? Each of them have their own personality. We made it a big deal so that you
can get some
mix all
cactus
the decks
juice
together. No two decks look the same, especially on the dev side. I like to do something very specific. My coworkers like to do things I wouldn't even think of. There's a lot of ways to play this game and a lot of ways to win every level, right? You just have to use your mind and see what you like to do with it.
Oh, I love it. I love to have a custom experience. That's awesome. And hearing people's different builds is always really fascinating, how people go in just completely different directions sometimes. But it's what's so great about our game community. Everyone is a unique flower. So for everybody watching that is excited to check out Floppy Nights, where can they follow you guys and learn more about the game?
You can check out us at Floppy Nights on Twitter. There's also at Rose City Games if you want to hear about the other games our studio is making. And we will be on Xbox Game Pass in Q2 of this year. So check out for that.
Q2 of this year, and thank God his microphone picked up all of his mouth
Thanks so much
clicks.
for your time today, and good luck with the rest of your development.
Gross.
Thank you so much.
All right, everybody, we are going to take a quick break.
Oh, yay,
but don't
another
go anywhere
break.
more.
Oh,
ID
for
at Xbox Show.
God's sake. It should have been 20 minutes shorter. And that's not even a comment. That's not even a comment on the content. It should have been 20 minutes shorter because they've run 6 blocks of ads. Stop it. We'll be back in a moment. All right. Still got another minute here. Oh, okay, so here's the lessons that we've learned so far. Number 1, the ID at Xbox stuff is very cool. I've always liked the ID at Xbox. I think it's really neat that they are doing their own thing and they're really pushing a lot of these smaller games. It's fantastic. The addition of Xbox Game Pass obviously makes it so much easier to get a hold of all these games and to try all sorts of new things out. These events are too slow. There's way too many interviews about stuff that I'm not all that super worried about, and I don't know what kind of information people are really gleaning from these interviews. Maybe it's working for some people. Some of them, thankfully, the golf one was pretty all right, but a lot of them have been kind of a slog. So here's what we've learned. Wait for it to be done. Compile a list of trailers, a playlist of trailers. Just react to those. Get excited. And move on in a much more truncated time period than an hour and 53 minutes. And now keep in mind, they have run at least 5 ad blocks.
Yes.
I think 6. That is 18 extra minutes that it does not need to be.
We've had a wonderful show
Keep that in mind.
today, but we still have a little bit more, a few more surprises, as Okadrian said, and we are excited to reveal this one. Here are a few more games coming to Xbox Game Pass. Take a look.
Oh shit, is this the... Oh, playable day 1, okay. Never mind. I thought this was maybe Paradise Killer, but it is. Oh, it is. Oh, okay. Awesome. Awesome. I've heard good stuff about this game. I believe I actually bought it on Nintendo Switch, but I never played it, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't. Kraken Academy was a game demo, a Demo Fest game. March 22nd for that one. Citizen Sleeper coming soon. Alright. I'm not really sure why all of these are, like, banded together in this trailer, but whatever. Alright, so I'll finish downloading Tunic and Paradise Killer. I'll download that as well. There's too many games, people. Cute and creepy adventure. Four unique narrative games. Oh, okay. Alright. Playable day one. I might give Kraken Academy a shot. I wasn't super worried about the space one. The last one was pretty neat as well.
A first-person murder mystery, Paradise Killer, is now live on Xbox Game Pass, and Jermaine Plays is playing live on their channel. So check it out on twitch.tv/Jermaine Plays. That's JERMAINE Plays. You can find them in the Control Plus app under Participants and follow them, or jump to their stream like we're doing right now, Andrea.
I love it.
Is he drinking Red Bull through a straw?
In the chat, Jelly Dot said that
Look at that
Paradise Killer has a
sweater.
crazy good
God, that's nice. That is a nice color. Color palette, color composition.
Music in games, and I think that sometimes soundtracks are underappreciated in video games.
Yeah, I 100% agree. It's a great way to sell a vinyl, by the way, is to have a great soundtrack and give people something to listen to. But I agree. A good soundtrack sets the tone and gives you a feeling of what it's like.
Again, they just cut into some random part, some random piece of the game.
So I'm already stoked to play it.
You just want to watch people cook all day.
Damn it. Tomorrow,
Yeah,
when this is being recorded, tomorrow, or maybe today, or maybe yesterday, I don't know when this is going up. I was actually going to play What Lies in the Multiverse, and I was going to check out more of Aztec, but I think I might end up trying out Tunic and Paradise Killer.
The fact that Paradise Killer is out now, live on Xbox Game Pass. So for everybody who has been dropping all of the love for Paradise Killer in chat, you can now play it on Xbox Game Pass starting.
That's too much. I don't.
What?
Pause.
Right now?
Let's see.
Yeah, like right now.
Paradise Killer.
Yeah,
Kind
right
of
now.
like this last announcement. Not last. We still got more stuff, you guys. This
Oh,
Game
come
Spotlight
on.
is currently happening, which you may have heard about. That's 5 weeks of new games, and it's running from March 8th through April 11th. If you guys want to learn more
Here's a
about
cool
the
here's a
Spring
cool tip.
Spotlight, you have to visit
Cool thing that I enjoy.
Xbox.com/Spring Spotlight
You can use the
for all
Xbox
of the
app,
details.
not Game Pass. Not Game Pass. Xbox,
Oh my
the
God,
original
what's the best?
regular
Which ones are there? That's a long time
Xbox
to
You're gonna have to
app.
go to the website.
You can download games to your console without having bought them. So you can just download the file. Like, say you're going to get a game. Say you get paid on a Friday, right?
It's a great time to.
This actually happened with Elden Ring. You're going to get paid on a Friday. You're going to buy Elden Ring, right? But you don't want to sit there and wait for the download. You can go on your Xbox app, download it to your console, and it'll just tell you that you don't own the game. You have to go to the Microsoft Store. Then, when you get paid on Friday morning, you go in, you buy it, it unlocks automatically, and you're in the game. It's a very nice feature. A very nice feature. So it allows me to download Paradise Killer, and it's allowed me to download Tunic while I'm watching this. So that's very cool.
It was a great show. It was a great day.
Yeah, because it says download to console, and then there's like a symbol that's like game sold separately.
You can always go back
Okay.
and watch the VOD.
But fortunately, these are both Game Pass
Have your
games,
own
so
little show, even watch it back
you're able
with the
to
chat.
check
So,
that out that
thank
way.
you all for being here. Thank you, chat, for conversing with us the entire time. Thank you to the entire production staff. behind the scenes. You don't see the work that they do, but it looks fantastic.
I gotta get a.
Andrea, thank you for being here with me.
I either need to figure out how
Oh,
to
it's my pleasure. I love when I
get
to
my
work with
regular
you, but
hard drive that I
wanna
have,
make
my
sure
external
to
hard
tell
drive to
people where
work
they
on
can follow
a
you
Series
and
S,
see what you've
or
been
go
up
buy
to.
the WD black
Sure.
solid
My name
state
is Adrian. You can
external
find me
drive.
anywhere as OK Adrian. I mean anywhere.
So, because you can play
Twitter,
Series S X
Instagram,
games.
TikTok,
Oh, are we done?
Twitch, obviously. I'm a 2021 Twitch ambassador. I've been streaming for 8 years, partner for 7.5, and I'm playing everything right now, Triangle Strategy, but that's going on hold because Tunic is going to be in my hands very soon. So look for your boy.
Oh yeah, I definitely have to download.
Took them 6 months to
that
get partner. Wow.
stat. And I'm Andrea Renee. You can find me on Twitter at Andrea Renee, and you can follow my show What's Good Games at What's Good_Games, or right here on Twitch at What's Good Games. New podcast every Friday. I want to give a big thank you to all of the developers and our guests who joined us on the show today to share updates about their games and talk to us.
Nope. Oh, it doesn't like that I tried to download something. It didn't like that at all. It was not a fan of that. Oops. Oops. I hope I'm not missing anything. Dang it.
All of the program details at xbox.com/ID for details. Maybe we'll be featuring your game on the next ID at Xbox Showcase. Who could say? But thank you to everybody for joining us today, and to all of our partners at ID at Xbox. And we hope that you guys have fun playing all these games.
We'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in.
Was that
Bye,
it?
everybody.
That's
It was
that
live.
everything? Okay. Well, there you have it. That last little bat was obviously the end of the show. Let me see if I can quickly find a rundown here. Oh, good news, everybody. They're running 6 more ads. So just in case you were like me and you're trying to record this and you wanted some like outro music or a graphic screen or whatever. No, screw you. I wanted to go to Xbox Wire. See if I can get a thing here. Okay. I think this just went up. It did. So that was 2 hours long. All right. Let's run down. There's no need for FOMO. Okay. Today's show features some fantastic gameplay reveals, new trailers, Game Pass announces, dev interviews, and rad games. New rad games coming to Xbox, including those below. Oh, is this not everything? I would just like a list of things that are coming, like in order of when they were talked about. Whatever. Okay. So I got a list. Got a little bit. It's going to be out of order, but that's okay. So Immortality was one that was kind of cool on the surface. That's going to be a game that it's coming to Game Pass, but I feel like I'm just going to watch someone play that game because I did not enjoy Telling Lies for what it was doing. I went back and watched some or not even watched. I went through and got the 1000 gamer score because it's very easy to get 1000 gamer score in Telling Lies. And the way it directs you through is like, oh, so like stuff actually happened in this game. That's really interesting. I spent 5 hours kind of just spinning my wheels in that game. So I don't think I really want to play Immortality, but I'd like to watch it. Someone even with Telling Lies took all of the cutscenes and like everything with it, put it in order, and put it on YouTube, and that's 5 hours itself. So I don't know if I really want to fumble around with that. It's a cool concept. It's an interesting idea. Good Game Pass edition. So I don't know. Flintlock, Siege of Dawn, Immortality, not one I'll probably check out. Flintlock, Siege of Dawn, cool trailer. Didn't really know what it was. Then I guess kind of it's a Souls-like, but I learned that because I was looking through YouTube subscriptions. Of course, I was talking a lot over the interviews. Action RPG from the makers of Ashen. Join Nor and her mysterious companion Enki on an epic journey of vengeance, gunpowder, and magic in humanity's last stand. Begins 2022. I want to say that was November. I could be wrong. It did just say 2022. So we'll just go with that. Available day one with Game Pass. Cool. That one, That one's one that I might be a little more interested in checking out. However, if it's more of a Souls-like, that's probably not gonna. I don't know. I don't know. I bounced off Elden Ring so quickly. Curse to Golf. Curse to Golf, definitely a highlight. Looked really cool, really interesting. I like games that take. Oh, it's on PC? Oh, it's not on. Why is it not on console? It just says. What? Well, who cares? Who cares? Moving on. Escape Academy. Oh, I'm just kidding. I like games that take a sport and have some fun with it. And Curse to Golf definitely looked really cool, but I did not realize it was just on PC. Escape Academy looked really interesting. The co-op is a cool way to do that. I'm looking forward to trying that out with the Beeb, who you can see me play Sea of Thieves with on Thursdays right here on youtube.com/Jonosaurus Whalefall with a terrible... A terrible logo. I hate that logo. Cool animation, really bad gameplay really bad looking gameplay. I did not like the graphics in that at all. Won't really worry about that one. WrestleQuest seems really cool. Paper Mario RPG sort of style with some timing events and things of that nature. I'm not the biggest fan of wrestling in the world, but there is an elephant, so what am I supposed to do? Deny that? Let's see. I should go back. I just really quickly to mention, Escape Academy will be on Game Pass, and then I don't see Whalefall or what's it called? WrestleQuest. Those are not on Game Pass. Tunic came out today. I'm going to check that out. There should be a gameplay video up soon of the first probably couple of hours. Let's see. We get either, depending on when this video goes up, because it's a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. This will either be a really early Thursday morning video, or this could be Friday the 18th, and this could substitute in for a different one. So you might be getting a Tunic video next Friday on the 25th, and then Aztec Forgotten Gods might return on April 1st. But I actually might have a video somewhere for April 1st that I recorded months ago. So yeah, I don't know exactly when this video is going up, but the Tunic, I'm going to give that a shot. I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see how that goes. Crusader Kings 3 probably had the best, most entertaining trailers of the whole thing. It was using T-Pain being goofy. I don't think that's a game for me, but it is on Game Pass, and that's out March 29th. Trek to Yomi looks awesome. Spring 2022. We're getting it on Game Pass. That is the black and white. I was hoping lone samurai must voyage beyond life and death to confront himself and decide his path forward. So that one looked really cool. We got Fellow Traveler. The Fellow Traveler Game Pass montage highlights 4 of their exciting games coming to Game Pass. Excuse me. 4 of their exciting games. Oh, they're all from the same publisher. Okay, gotcha. Paradise Killer, Kraken Academy, Beacon Pines, Citizen Sleeper. I'm going to definitely check out Paradise Killer, Murder Mystery. Sounds awesome. Heard good things about it. Kraken Academy is a game I played the demo of. I don't remember it, though. And then Beacon Pines and Citizen Sleeper were new to me. Beacon Pines, I think, is the one I'm thinking of. That one looked more interesting. Now, I think that was the creepy adventure one. They're not listed in the same order they were in the trailer, but whatever. They also highlighted ID at Xbox Springs highlights. There's 40 new games coming to Xbox. Spend $50 and get 5,000 Microsoft rewards points. That's not really that great of a deal. And then let's see. There was games. Oh, okay. Chinatown Detective Agency. That looked cool. Not on Game Pass. Citizen Sleeper. Don't even remember that. Did I just read that title? I sure did just read that title. Clash Artifacts of Chaos. Don't remember. This is not a great write-up. Hold on. This is a whole mess, huh? It's a whole ass mess. Everything we saw. Okay. Hold on. So I was reading the ID at Xbox, like the Wire announcement thing, but we'll see if IGN has a better write-up. Curse to Golf. We talked about that. Escape Academy. That one. Yes. 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 They just copied and pasted the fuck. Oh. You know what? This one does cut out what they've already talked about. There is no light. That game looked awesome. Not on Game Pass, but that one looked really cool. Void Train was one that I liked a lot. Let's see. We had Rolling Thunder. I don't remember. Shredders. Snowboarding was a snowboarding game. That one's on Game Pass, which is kind of the problem. Now I got to cross-reference this shit. Let's see. Did I say? Oh, God. This sucks. How did you copied and pasted, but you didn't copy and paste correctly? What the fuck are you doing? Ugh. Okay, let me just look at this list. Rolling Thunder. Shredders is coming to Game Pass. Lost Eidolons. Okay, here's what we'll do. There is no light. Fantastic. Void Train, really cool. I don't remember Rolling Thunder. Shredders is a snowboarding game. Lost Eidolons. I don't remember. Paradise Killer, that one's out already. Or is out here. Clash, Artifacts of Chaos. Was that the Roblox one? I don't remember. Maybe Floppy Nights. I don't know. Whatever. Chinatown Detective Agency, that one looked cool. Look, when I went into this, I thought, okay, here's give me 5 cool games to look forward to. We got Paradise Killer and Tunic, both of those are out now. You can qualify at least Paradise Killer as one that I was looking forward to. I actually checked the store for that this morning. There Is No Light, awesome. Void Train, awesome. Trek to Yomi, that looked good. I was already excited about it. WrestleQuest looked neat. I liked the Paper Mario-esque RPG style. Escape Academy was very cool. Curse to Golf was awesome. Shame it's only on PC. Hopefully it'll come to console later. Flintlock, Siege of Dawn. And then even Immortality is a cool concept, but I just don't know if I want to play it, but it is intriguing. So I think even if with that broad list of games, we've gone well past 5 cool games to pay attention to, which is kind of the baseline for stuff like this. I think when you get the Sony one recently was like more of Japan related sort of thing. I didn't really like a whole lot that was there. The Cowabunga collection was in there. I didn't even post that video. I was like, this is very underwhelming. I don't even care about this at all. And we've had the Nintendo one recently where that was again the same kind of like, hey, here's this awesome few games from Nintendo that they're pointing out. And it's kind of just that base level of like, just give me 5, give me 4, give me 5, give me 6 games that I'm really excited about, that I really want to play and I want to check out. ID at Xbox doing a great job of giving a lot of games that are coming to Game Pass. You have stuff like Trek to Yomi. You have Crusader Kings 3, Tunic available now. Escape Academy is coming there. I'm sorry. Flintlock, Immortality, and then we scroll down to that list here. So forgive me for repeating myself. Floppy Nights. I think I said Paradise Killer. Oh, I guess that's it. This is such a bad list. There's a lot of good stuff coming to Game Pass, and a lot of stuff that I looked at and I went, hey, that's a good-ass Game Pass game right there. Paradise Killer, good-ass Game Pass game right there. Even fucking Immortality, that's a good Game Pass game. Having that Souls-like, good Game Pass game. You're getting a lot of that stuff that's like, I wouldn't necessarily go out of my way to buy it. Now, of course, I am financially irresponsible, so it's easier for me to be like, yeah, I would buy these $20, $30 games at a more frequent rate than most people. But if you're a person who has kids or has a smaller amount of either time or money to invest into these sort of things, and you go, oh, Xbox Game Pass has this weird murder mystery, has this cute Fox game, has this whatever. This is the stuff that makes Game Pass totally worth it. Yes, you're probably going to be more in it for your Forza Horizons, your Halo Infinites, the vampire game that's coming out from that one studio that I can't remember, and I can picture the lady in it. Stuff like that is definitely on your radar more so than a lot of these indie games, but not everything, is the big AAA stuff. Sometimes it's fun, smaller pieces of content like this, and that's what makes Game Pass so good. And it makes me wish that, there's been rumors of it, but it makes me wish that Sony was either pushing PlayStation Now in a different direction to get me to subscribe to that. Granted, Shadow Warrior 3 is doing that for me, where I'm like, oof, do I try this out for like $10 for the first month? See what it is, forget about it, let it charge my card, overdraft me, give me an overdraft fee? Maybe I do that. But if they did push it as like, hey, here's some of these smaller games that we have, we'd love to put you on PlayStation Now, download day one, get you in there, you can check out some of our as in Sony's older first-party games. That's a good way to drive PlayStation Now subscription stuff. And I think that's a good way to go about it for Sony. So I'd like to see them push something. We have rumors that they might be doing something that is more of a direct competitor to Xbox Game Pass. But I don't think, unless Sony puts their first-party games on that service day and date, I don't think they'll ever be on even footing. I think that Sony will have enough good offerings of their older stuff, but if you have God of War Ragnarok, whatever, and it's still whatever amount of money day one versus an Xbox game that comes out and is including Game Pass, I think that gives it the edge. And then it starts to get into the thing of who starts to outbid who. Can Microsoft outbid a Sony to get smaller games like Paradise Killer, Tunic, blah, 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 onto their service to maintain that sort of flow. So I guess in that respect, it would be a little bit more competitive, but from the big AAA space, could be a little bit different. Doesn't really matter. I'm all over the place. This showcase was not great. It's way too long. We're at 2 hours and 15 minutes in this video. Granted, I've been talking for a little bit. It ran about 2 hours, a little bit longer. Should have been easily 20 to 25 minutes shorter, just because you need to stop running ads during this. All of these things are ads for games that are coming out. It is ads for your service, Xbox, for Xbox Game Pass, to drive people to that subscription service that costs money. Stop taking commercial breaks. That's stupid. It's moronic. It's really dumb. Okay? Cut that down. Cut some of the interviews out. The wrestling one, I know people probably love Booker T and Double J or whatever. That was a terrible interview. It was bad from a technical perspective. It was also bad because people were not answering the questions that they were being asked. It was bad. Keep in the interviews. I wasn't really listening because I was watching more of the gameplay stuff, but the golf one really sold me on the game, even if it's not on console. But it's just a lot of that annoying puffing up of the own game, like the first one that we had, where it's like, oh, we have this really cool technology that we've already had in a different game in a different kind of context, but we're not going to talk about that. It's really cool now. That's frustrating, that's annoying, and it really slogs the show down. You couple that with the amount of times it was like, we'll be right back, it is a 3-minute break. That's bad. All of that's bad. It's such a bad flow. So next time they do an ID at Xbox, what I'll probably do is just wait for it to be over, pull the trailers into a playlist, and we'll just watch the trailers and get excited about what's coming out. Because even as I'm reading the list of stuff, I'm still not remembering what all these games were. I looked at a couple of those and I'm like, I don't remember that at all. Because they didn't get a lot of time, and there was way too much time between that one time. Here's a tiny 1-minute trailer for that train game, surrounded by a bunch of other stuff, and it just kind of pops out of your brain. Yeah, I don't know. It was fine. Actually, it wasn't great. It wasn't great from a flow perspective. I think that the announcements overall were good and cool. There's a lot of cool stuff to look forward to. There's a lot of good games to look forward to. I don't think it was delivered in a way that did a great job in showcasing the games all that well. And you gotta quit it with the ads and the Twitch ads. That's very bad. Very, very bad. Hey, if you'd like to see more reactions, be sure to subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I post new videos. Thank you all so much, by the way, for helping me hit over 800 subscribers. That is wild. Wild. In the last 11 months, we've gone from like mid-50s, probably actually about a year now, We've gone from about the mid 50s subscriber count to 800. So thank you so much for your support. Hopefully you're enjoying all the content. We'll be back with more stuff all the time. All the time. I don't know what's happening the rest of the day on the channel, but we'll see you next time with something else. And goodbye.
Meetings or whatever.
I forgot that I left my console on. Sorry about that. What a shit show. Thanks for watching.